1 minute warning!
To the goofball army out there, hi at the families, tell them to get to the next room, tell them to go to your neighbors, because we got goofball news to go over, and it might get crazy.
Typically does, guys. If it's your first episode ever, you got like 30 seconds before we start, so not enough time to go to the bathroom, but go get a drink, because trust me, you're probably going to need it there. In the meantime, the rest, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. That way you know about future episodes as well, guys. Buckle your seatbelts if you haven't already. Make sure your tray is in the upright position here, guys, because we are just about ready to get going. And like, oof.
Guys, if you want a crazy ride going forward, a bunch of nonsense, but all nothing but the truth about the Giants, listen in, buckle in, tell a friend.
Let's go.
And now, here are your goofball hosts, Drew and Rob.
Welcome, fellow goofballs, to Two Giant Goofballs. We do our live telecast here of what is being deemed the Super Tank Bowl, the Toilet Bowl, and I've seen it, it's called the Tank Bowl. It's the Stink Bowl. There's all kinds of bold names here for it, basically. Whatever you want to go ahead and give it a call here today. So, listen, we know what the stakes are at here. This is literally for the number one overall pick in the upcoming draft here, potentially next year. Win this, and either team is probably not going to get that number one overall pick. Lose it, and you'll probably get that number one overall pick. And obviously, stakes are high for both teams with this. Raiders need a quarterback of the future. Obviously, that's probably where they would go if they went ahead and did that. As far as the Giants, listen, there's a haul to be had for that first overall pick if you have a quarterback and you like it. Ignore the reports about the Giants looking into Mendoza. That's BS. It's just up the ante there and up the asking price. So let's get to the game itself here. We're about to kick off here in a couple minutes. So first off, the big stuff for you guys. If you really haven't paid attention much to what's been going on leading up to the week, and I can't blame you if you haven't, because let's be honest, the Raiders suck, the Giants suck. We have been having a flurry of players getting injured. The Raiders went full in tank mode at that point, went ahead and put Brock Bowers, Jeremy Chin on the IR. Then they go ahead and put Max Crosby on the IR, who gets so upset he literally leaves their complex. Tell me they're not tanking. Literally leaves the complex because he's so pissed off they put him on IR. Clearly he could have played. The Giants, though, go ahead and put a whole bunch of players on the IR as well. So, you got now Andrew Thomas, John Michael Schmitz. So you got two of the five starting linemen now on IR. Tyler Newbin, DJ Davidson, all on IR now as well. And then the Giants made a flurry of moves yesterday. They signed Elijah Chapman, backup center Byron Hudson, Raheem Lane, the safety, and Ben Sauls to the active roster. They elevated tight end Zach Davidson and running back Dante Turbo Miller for this week as well. For some reason, though, Turbo Miller still inactive. Spoiler alert on that one. I was ecstatic when I saw this yesterday. I'm like, oh, finally, I'm going to see Turbo Miller. Nope. Inactives for the day. Cordell Flott. That's a massive one. That means Deonte Banks is going to be the guy you're going to see at the CB2 spot. And listen, y'all know how I feel about Banks. You want to get a number one overall pick, put Banks in the game. Make him play all the whole time. That'll be a big help. Jalen Hyatt inactive again. Obviously, he's leading towards probably being cut in the offseason here, the way things are going. Theo Johnson got ill later in the week. They went ahead and made him inactive this week as well. Again, I was pissed this early this week that the Giants were going against a team that was really putting people on injury reserve that probably didn't need to be. To be very frank, the Giants are playing the game right back. Theo Johnson out in this game. Again, Turbo Miller also inactive. I'm still trying to figure out why the hell did you put him up in the practice squad if you weren't going to play him. At this point, just give him a chance to see what you got. But you got also Caleb Murphy, the outside linebacker, inactive. Raheem Nunez-Roches, who was questionable leading in this week, also inactive. So you got DJ Davidson, Raheem Nunez-Roches, both out. There goes a good amount of the defensive line depth we got there. Russell Wilson, of course, in as the third quarterback in this game as well. So again, if both Dart and Jameis Winston get injured, he's able to come in as a third quarterback there. For the Raiders, guys that are out, you got Jack Betch out. So there goes some of the depth for wide receiver for them. Chris Collier, the running back, is out. Ashton Genty, though, is in. I know people are questioning that one there early in the week to see what's going to happen there. Philip Dorsett, wide receiver, also out. Safety Terrell Edmonds also out. Broderick Martin out. Raheem Mostert inactive. So that's listen. Genty is pretty much the only healthy running back they got. So expect to see a lot of Genty. And then with that, also Aiden O'Connell, third quarterback there. So again, they got to have two quarterbacks get hurt in order to get him in. But like I said, I want to make sure you guys know everything going on with what's this. This is a huge entry list. As MDG 77, Mac the Giants fan, there's this serious gamemanship with the injury report. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to go over, man. There's a lot to get over. As Freddie Henderson says, man, I hope our Giants don't blow this. Listen, they're the Giants. You give them a chance to blow something like that, they're going to do it. Look at the Colts last year. To be honest with you guys, I am like psyched for this game because of what it could potentially mean. I'm so scared for this team and what this game could mean for us. Like, seriously, think about what this means if we get the number 1 overall pick in this draft. And we don't need a quarterback. Again, ignore the hype. The Giants are looking at Mendoza. The Giants are not going to get Mendoza. They don't want him. They're just trying to get the asking up. You're talking about, what, 3, 4, 5 first-round picks potentially? Because you got teams with the extra first-round pick. You got the Browns with 2. You got the Jets with 2, plus 3 next year. You got the Rams. That's the rule of the Rams. I've been saying that forever. The Rams might want a quarterback in the future. You know, Stafford is not exactly getting any younger. It looks great, yeah, but for how much longer? You know, there's definitely teams out there that have multiple first-round picks this year. They're going to want that pick. So I'm telling you, this is like the Herschel Walker kind of deal at this point there. I'm also very curious to see this week what happens with Abdul Carter. Kid's been on an absolute tear the last couple weeks. You got Kayvon Thibodeau, obviously, on the IR. And he's got 2 more weeks, Carter does, to prove what I'm starting to already think, that it might be time to go ahead and trade out of Kayvon Thibodeau, save the $14 million against the cap, get maybe a day 2 pick for him, and help build towards the future. Because let's be honest, if Carter plays the way he's playing now, he's part of that future. Burns, obviously one of the best players on defense in the NFL right now, not even on the Giants, in the entire NFL. He's obviously part of the future. Only 2 spots at edge, guys. So, unfortunately, third man out would be Kayvon, who's still an above-average player. But, you know, I think it's definitely time to explore that option. I'll put it that way. As Mac also says, I think Dart is going to make it his mission to destroy the Raiders today, coming off his worst game a week ago. Honestly, I think the problem is we went from a game plan where Jackson Dart is just a maniac and the scatteraboo version of a quarterback to a guy who's just flat out been neutered. Doesn't play with the same aggression. And there is a happy medium somewhere in there. And the Giants got to find it. But I think the Giants basically told Kafka point blank, let him develop, don't get him hurt. And this is going to be an issue for whoever is the coach next. And we'll see. I mean, I've seen all kinds of reports coming out today that Joe Shane has officially been told he's going to be in next year. I hope that's wrong because I want nothing to do with Joe Shane. But whoever gets the coaching job, the big thing for them is going to be how they handle Dart and how they minimize their risk while not taking away what makes him special. So, listen, they're getting on the field right now. Kickoff is going to be happening here soon as they got the last reports here coming in before the game time. And listen, again, what an important game this could be for the Giants. Unfortunately, I really think this is going to be an issue of the Colts game last year all over again, where the Giants are going to look like an amazing team because they're playing a crap opponent that just doesn't care and doesn't want to win. But, you know, luckily we don't have Drew Lock to go ahead and throw for 5 touchdowns. But let's be honest. Jackson Dart's a better quarterback than Drew Lock's ever been. And this is an absolutely pitiful Raiders defense. And they just took their 2 best players off in Max Crosby and Jeremy Chin. So this defense is primed to be just attacked. Luckily, the Giants have a lot of issues on offensive line this week as well, so that should help. So kickoff is up in the air, guys. And here we go. It's going to be bounced off to Deonte Banks, who's going to get to about the 22-yard line. So not exactly the best kickoff return ever. There he goes, Jackson Dart. The offense is getting onto the field, ready to go. And let's see what we got here. It looks like we got Bo in. and we got Schlottman in. So there's your replacements there with Andrew Thomas out and with John Michael Schmidt's out. Obviously, Schlottman's the obvious, but Bo looks like on the left hand side. Wasn't sure if they move Illuminor over to right. I'm to left, right. So, all right, shotgun formation, empty backfield, Dart throw on first, quick catch to Wan'Dale Robinson. Nice simple play. Devin White at the tackle. That's a name you'll probably hear a lot of. The ex-Buck has been having a kind of resurgence year here with the Raiders. Not a lot of people having a great team, great year, but this is one of them. So, all right, we got another shotgun formation. We got Bellinger moving to the fullback position, so that, of course, means a run. And, woo, got a 13-yard run here now by Tyrone Tracy. I'm sorry, not 13 yards, but about 8 yards. We'll see where they put it at. So first down for the Giants. Giants going quick back out there. Shotgun formation. Dart with Tracy right behind him and handing back off to Tracy again. Again, this is the Giants way. Oh, that play worked. Let's try it again. Just run up the middle again. Get a couple yards. So, by the way, first break we got. I'll give you guys kind of the rundown of all the scores in the 1 o'clock games here. A lot of interesting scores. Shotgun formation again for Dart. And quick toss out again to Wan'Dale, who slips out of the first tackler, but gets and actually taken down, but stopped as they blow the whistle before he goes down to the ground. So third down incoming. And this is kind of what you expect against two bad teams. Like Giants seem to do what they want, but not to get first down here. 3rd and 3. Tracy moving around the backfield like crazy in motions. The Giants trying to get an eye on what's going on with that defense. You see Dart making changes at the line. Again, shotgun formation from Tracy off to the right-hand side. And play is called dead and a flag that makes you think it's going to be on the offense. Probably a false start or something. False start. Here we go. So, looks like it was on Jermaine Illuminor. He's got a lot of penalties, I feel like, later in the season for some reason. But, you know, listen, it's already over. It is what it is. All right. So 3rd and 8, that makes it there. Bad teams do what bad teams do, guys. You get a simple 3rd and 3 and you make it a 3rd and 8. Shotgun formation again. 3 receivers out. And Dart fires to a wide open Wan'Dale Robinson, who is a little too close to the sideline to get too much yak on it there, but does get that first down. Like I said, wide open. I have a feeling just based on what you're seeing here, that's going to be the plan, is get nonstop action to Wan'Dale Robinson, who's just wide open. Interesting, Isaiah Hodgins also open on that play as well. You can see on there, but he wasn't past the first down. All right, 1st and 10. Again, ball's about the 45-yard line here. Jackson Dart fakes the handoff, tries to get out, falls down to the ground. Damn. Giants just lost like 15 yards basically on him slipping. Dart doing his pick to get a good teammate next year. Like I said, literally he's lost like 15 yards in that. He was really good about moving around and just he went to slide. You can see the water on that field when he went to step. Watch the replay on this angle. Let's see if they show it again. Yeah, you can see the water coming up with the dirt and all. That's just that field is mushy there today, it looks like. Shotgun formation again for Dart on 2nd and 24. Damn. Oof. And let's be honest, he's going to mix something deep here, and he does. Dropped the ball. Bellinger drops the ball when right in his hands. Let's see the replay to see if a defender knocked it out, but looks like that wasn't going to be a catchable ball there for Bellinger and just popped out the last moment there. So 3rd and 24 coming up. And here we go. Yeah, nobody even near him like that. Just popped out on contact afterwards. So definitely was a ball that should have been caught. Not going to complain it wasn't, guys. This is going to be a different game than usual because I'm kind of liking the Giants not winning today. So 3rd and 24. Here we go. And let's see. Dart obviously another flag. Sheesh. Is it going to be a Luminar again? Another false start? Here we go. Yep, on a Luminar again. Luminar's doing his part. So third and like 30. Yep, and it clearly moved. It's funny because Luminar's been talking lately about he needs to be paid like a top right tackle. He's 2 false starts already today. And again, like I said, he's had I feel like a lot of penalties lately. 3rd and 29, shotgun formation. Dark's going to throw out a screen to Tracy. To be honest, that's probably not going to make it. And ball gets about the 41-yard line. So 4th down. Time to punt. Punt. Now, interesting to watch out, too, that today's going to be the special teams has been an issue big time for the Giants in the last couple weeks. Field goals not being made, returns for touchdowns. Here's a chance to see if that continues. Jamie Gillen, of course, back after his injury as well. And kick is up. And it's going to be a return. Going to be squashed immediately, though, down to the 15-yard line. Mark Green on the tackle on that there. Great special teams play by him. Come back, of course, from his injury there he had early this season. You see Geno Smith warming up here as they're going to get to their first commercial break. So let's go over with you guys the scores on everything we've missed here at the 1 o'clock. For those of you guys who might be just getting fresh into the NFL action this week here. So first, just in case you haven't seen any of the games yet at all, Christmas started off. You got the Cowboys beating the Commanders 30-23. Vikings beat the Lions 23-10. And then the Chiefs lost to the Broncos, who were just amazing switch on the season to those two teams there. Broncos 20, and the Chiefs 13. Yesterday, the Texans squeaked out a win against the Chargers 20-16. And the Ravens somehow, even without, Lamar Jackson, went and beat up on the Packers there 41-24. Derrick Henry proving that just amazing player. Hall of Famer, definitely. Amazing what he's doing at his age still. Today's scores. Dolphins squeaked out a win against the Bucks 20-17. Patriots blew out the Jets as expected 42-10. The Browns, shockingly enough, beat on the Steelers 13-6. Amazingly low score. Jaguars squeaked out a win. It was a very close game with the Colts 23-17. Right now, game is about to end here with the Saints and the Titans, but the Saints are going to squeak out a win, it looks like, as they're up just ended. Saints win 34-26 against the Titans. Seahawks won 27-10 against the Panthers. And then you got the Bengals just destroyed the Cardinals 37-14. So no other game going on except the Giants right now. You do have a 4:25 game with the Eagles and the Bills later on today. So I'll let you guys know what's going on with that one as, updates do happen. In fact, I think I might just go ahead and put it up on my screen as kind of a backup game for when that happens. But, we'll let you guys know any updates from there. But let's see if I can pull that up. Oh, you know what? I can't even pull it up on my screen because that is a local game, so they won't show that one. So I'll see if I can get sudden update watch for you guys on that. But we're going back to the game itself here. Raiders got the ball right now, just getting out of the huddle. Fitty says, "Why is the field shitty at Vegas in the Dome?" Yep, definitely is. All right, here we go. First thing's Genty getting the ball there, but a 2-yard loss. Tons of Giants in the backfield for that one. Again, as bad as the Giants are, this is another really, really bad team in the Raiders, guys. And Giants, you can see, playing more aggressive than ever on defense right now. They got people lining up like crazy, guys sneaking up at the line. This is things you haven't seen all season. What the hell? Why is this coming up now? 2nd and 12. Geno gets the ball out. Deep pass out on 2nd and 12. Trying to see if that is officially a catch there. Incomplete, they're calling it there. And that's a drop to Deontay Thornton Jr. Let's see the replay. Yeah, didn't get that second foot down. Let's see. Yep, second foot was not down. All right, 3rd and 12. Here we go. Geno shotgun formation, single back. You got, here we go. Quick toss out. Gonna get close to that first down, but not quite for Michael Meyer. There's Mayer. I always want to call Michael Myers Halloween thing. Again, guys, that's the guy to watch this game. I think he's going to be available for trade this potentially this offseason. And the Giants, keep in mind, Bellinger's a free agent. Theo Johnson has not done very well, dropping the ball left and right there, literally. So I think you can see the Giants being interested in upgrade at tight end this offseason. So we'll find out on that. But like I said, a guy to watch that I think will be available via trade. So 4th and 1. We got a whistle here as they're stopping it. So it looks like Vegas is challenging. And let's see. On the previous play, challenged by the Raiders under review. Let's see. I'm not sure what they're challenging there exactly. I guess the position, but lands on top of him and rolls over. So they can't. Okay. They're wondering if the rollover. We'll see. As Max is the stadium is a dome, but they have a field plate that's actually moved outside to keep the grass healthy. Okay. I wasn't aware on that part there. That's something I've been suggesting for the Giants forever. They should have done that with MetLife. I've seen that before. They slide it outside when the games aren't playing there. That way it's kind of kept safe there. But yeah, I mean, something should be done with MetLife to get some actual grass. Anthony, what's up, Ed? Says Geno just angers me from the Eli mess. Yes, he angers a lot of people. It's a very typical anger to have. So it's just unfortunate that Eli had his streak blown for this guy who's just, let's be honest, he's been much better since he left the Giants, went to Seattle, and even with the Raiders, even though he hasn't been a good year, he's been better this year than he was when he was the Giant. But it's a shame that the Giants just ownership even allowed that to happen. Like, I know, we kind of give a lot of the blame there, to Pat Shurmur, but no, it wasn't him. This was 100% on the Giants ownership allowing it to happen. That's all. Anthony says, missed all the shows this week. Hope you had a good Christmas, my friend. You too as well, man. And I hope you all have. I mean, listen, it's a great week. I'm a huge Christmas person. Love it. Anytime you get to sit around, relax, get some presents, get some food, get some drink. Can't complain, Speaking of drink, let me pull out my little mini fridge here. I think it's time for a drink myself right now. Let's be honest, if there's ever a game you need a drink, it's the game when you're hoping your team loses because you want the draft pick. So let's see. See if we got any updates here. Got a hair. Ugh. It happens. I got my haircut today. Anthony says, no, pouring a whiskey. No, it's a beer. It's some kind of German beer. I should get it from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's. All right. Yeah, nothing else yet. So call stands, by the way. So they are giving the taking away a timeout from the Raiders there. So 4th and 1 still. You got to wonder the whole tanking thing. Would they be tanking to losing a timeout so they can't complain later on they need one? And so Shevsky gets the ball, gets out about the 27-yard line. So that is, I think, great field position for the Giants, but hell, we don't want that. It's so weird still. I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it a couple of times probably. I just feel weird. Like I'm like rooting for the Raiders here. It just feels wrong. So I had to wear all my Giants gear today to make myself feel better about rooting for the Raiders. Like I earned this, all this pain and all. Jay, what's up, man? He said, how you feeling, Drew? How you feeling, man? You missed it, by the way, Jay. Friday, we gave you a big thank you, and you weren't even there for Of course, Jay went to buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoopballs and bought 10 beers here for me and Rob. So I'm having one right now. But let's see. We got Dart out here for 1st and 10. So Wandale in motion going to the top of your screen. And it's a run. And it's a none run. It's back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see. Jason thought I would say something nicer once. Derek said, who wants to lose more? We do. We do. We definitely want to lose more. Oh my God. 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation again for Dart. And he's going to throw. And a quick throw to Wandale Robinson, who's been open for these like 5-yard throws the entire time in this game so far. I don't understand why the Raiders just seem like be letting it happen, basically. Like at some point, you would think they go, okay, well, they keep throwing this mid route to Wandale Robinson. Even if you're in a zone coverage, put somebody in that zone. It's like they want to lose or something. So they got 3rd and 5 here for the Giants. Again, shotgun formation. Wandale moving up slightly there at the bottom of your screen. And you can see Dart eyeing him the entire time. Ball popped out. Not a catch. I thought it was about to be a catch. I wish they'd show the replay, though, guys. Watch that replay. Dart is like zoned in on Wandale the entire time on that thing. That's crazy. There we go. Watch. I didn't show until we started throwing in. He was watching him the entire time. If this defense can't figure out what we're doing, it's going to be absolutely insanity. All right. 4th and 5. So Giants forced to punt again. 2nd punt already. Jay's like, it's weird. Every play I want them to do well, but I want them to lose. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And we got a punt being returned here, but going to be no yards. So it looks like the ball will be at the 24-yard line for the Raiders start. As Jay says, Coors Light for me. This is the Hefeweizen Guten Tag. I'm adding the Guten Tag. I just can't do anything German, not say Guten Tag here. So it is what it is. Let's see here. We got the other game is about to start here, by the way, guys, for the Eagles and Bills. So that way I can give you guys a little more update of what's going on in that game. Once the game starts here during commercial breaks, you know what's going on there as well. The benefit of being a 4:00 game, only 2 games. So makes it a little easier. So to be honest, though, it does take away things that you should talk about during commercial break, because usually the commercial break, I give you guys the rundown of all the other games going on. So like I said, when that game starts, we'll start giving you guys the rundown of what's going on. That game specifically there for you there. But, you know, it looks like, let's see here. NFL is saying Drake May is the first player in NFL history to complete 90% of his passes while throwing for 250 yards and 5 touchdowns in a single game. Goddamn. That is a ridiculous, ridiculous stat. Those who missed it, again, the Jets just got absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed by the Patriots. Like, you thought we looked bad? Oh, those Jets look bad. That was about as lopsided as a game as it ever could have been. Absolute insanity. But I said, it is what it is. I just, can't believe that the Patriots going to luck out and get another quarterback already like that. Supposed to do like 5-6 years of crap to get that, not a couple years. But this is what happens when you get good coaching. And that's why I've been screaming for a good coach all offseason. Hell, I was screaming for last year, let's be honest. But the Giants, for whatever reason, just kept this going. Another year of Dable, another year of Shane. And like I said, now you hear the rumors are that Joe Shane's going to be staying. And that kind of scares the you-know-what out of me at this point. So, let's see here. Where'd it go here? I saw something here. It was Ian Rappaport talking about it. See if I can pull this up real quick. Yeah, so Joe Shane likely, that's what the NFL is reporting. It's Ian Rappaport. Joe Shane likely to stay with the Giants. And don't get me wrong, of all the potential players, of people to be gone, I'm sorry. I'm glad we got at least a new coach, but Joe Shane's going to hinder, I think, the coaching search. Geno Smith starts off shotgun on first down, throwing it out to Meyer again. And I think, honestly, again, like I said, this is the game you're going to see. Michael Mayer's been point blank held back by Brock Bowers. And that's not a knock on Bowers. Bowers is so damn good, you have to play him. But the Raiders have been using him as primarily more of a blocking tight end, which he's a decent blocker. But he's still a much better tight end than he's been given credit for. Again, I think he's somebody that you can throw in there, and he can be a damn good tight end. Giants should really keep an eye on him for a potential trade. All right, Genty got the ball again. Going to get just like maybe a yard or two, and that's it. Again, Ashton Genty is probably one of the biggest disappointments in this NFL draft. And I don't know how much this is on the Raiders. The line sucks. Their whole system sucks. And everything sucks about them. I don't know how much it's on them. And I don't know how much of it's on Genty. You know, we said it in the draft. Genty was kind of overworked a little bit there, you know. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on to a certain degree. So let's see. 2nd and 8. Geno shotgun. Quick toss out. And somehow Deontay Banks actually learned to tackle this week. So 3rd down incoming. This is the kind of game I was hoping the Deontay Banks to be the regular Deontay Banks we've been loving for all these years. But Tucker gets a good catch, though, for on 2nd down. So it is still 3rd and 3, a short yardage situation. Geno Smith shotgun again. And quick toss out to Genty. What are they doing? Like, that was so obviously short of a 1st down, it's not even funny. So 4th and 1 could be coming. That was a waste of a play by Geno. God damn. Can someone just tell him throw to Banks? You want to win? Throw to Banks. That's how you win. Absolute insanity. 4th and 1. See what happens here. They are going to the line. We'll have to find out if they're just going to be looking to get the Giants offsides to get that 1st down or not. That wouldn't shock me. They bring it down to like nothing and they call a timeout, but they're already lost 1. Here we go. They're going for it. And there we go. They got it. They got it. Oh my God. I feel weird rooting against the Giants. That feels so weird. I'm doing it though. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Insanity. And I thought he's going to get stopped and he's moved out. There was a hole there. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Fake the handoff to Genty. And Burns Geno got the ball away, but did it count as an intentional grounding? Did it count as a sack? We're gonna find out. They're calling a sack. Oh no, that's an incompletion. They're going back and forth here. So again, he did get the ball out last minute. And yeah, he got it out before his knee hit the ground. The question is whether you actually want to call that a legitimate pass or not. So 2nd and 10. And weird play tossed out to oh, what the hell? That was like a hot potato play there for the Raiders going after Trey Tucker. So we got a 3rd down incoming. That was a little funky, that's for damn sure. So 3rd and 5 coming. Shotgun again for Geno Smith. And he gets the ball away to a wide open Tucker down to like the 15-yard line. Whoa. Wide open. Even Geno Smith can make that throw because he did. So officially the Raiders are going to be the first one to put points up on the scoreboard potentially. And yep, looks like that was just really, really bad coverage here by Paulson or Debo. Probably should have followed him a little bit. Let him find the soft spot in the zone instead, and Raiders took advantage. And here we go. Got a quick run by Genty for about 3-4 yards. It's about what he does, 3 or 4, and that's it. It's going to be 3. 2nd and 7 here for the Raiders. It's weird. Like, do I like it? Do we like go ahead and celebrate when they score? Like, like we usually do with the Giants score. Do we celebrate when the Raiders score today? 2nd and 7. You got Meyer going to the bottom of the screen there in motion. Keep an eye on him. Going to slant towards the inside, and that's where the throw to. But no, it's picked off. Bobby Okereke picks it off, and he is running and running and running. Gets the ball down about the 42, 43-yard line. Wow, that was a bad throw. It's almost like the Raiders are tanking, and Geno's in on it. Look at this. Nowhere near Mayer, who I thought that'd be the guy to go to. What the hell? And Geno just lays around watching. Doesn't even get up to try to tackle. Oh my God. Geno Smith needs to just retire at the end of this year. He just start being a backup somewhere. Wow. Horrible. Anyway, guys, we do have the other game finally going on. It is just under 12 minutes, 0-0 with the Eagles and the Bills going on right now. Josh Allen's got the ball right now. Quick throw on first down. So only got a couple yards. 2nd down and coming there for the Bills. Looks like got some bad weather in Buffalo too. Got some precipitation here on the lens on TV. So 2nd and 8 for the Bills. And let's see. Be nice we watched the Eagles lose today too. Josh Allen back to pass screen. And another short catch. So we got 3rd down coming for the Bills here. It's crazy with just 2 games going on. And here we go. 3rd and 4. And again, must be some really nasty weather. Every line they're giving is like, guess we got fog going on. Shotgun formation for Josh Allen. All the receivers up at the top half of the screen there. And Allen moving around. He's going to get sacked on 3rd down. Flag on the play, though. Looks like our game's about ready to get back here. Again, Giants taking over after that interception. Geno Smith throwing it up. And Bobby Okereke getting a long return on it. That's just insanity. Apparently, Bobby Okereke isn't with the program. Because I know we're supposed to lose. All right, here we go. Too much time between. Come on. Here we go. Shotgun formation for Dart. You got looks like running back off to the left-hand side there. I can't tell if it's Tracy or Singletary there. It is Singletary who gets the ball. Going to get about 3 yards, maybe 3.5. Not quite 3 3/4. 2nd down and coming here. And it's weird because I got to watch the Eagles Bills thing on Red Zone. So I'm like, I got 2 screens going, and they're showing our game on there as well. So it's like funky looking. I got 2 screens going at the same game. 2nd and 6. So they're getting 4. Dart, an island by himself, nobody else in the backfield, shotgun formation, throwing it out to Wan'Dale Robinson, again, wide open, just shy of the sticks, though. So we got 3rd down and short coming. Look at that. Wan'Dale's wide open again. Good 3-4 yards coverage at one point when he first launched it. Wan'Dale did have to slow down a little bit, so they kind of narrow the gap there. Oh, they gave him first down to that. I thought it would be short. First down. So ball's about the 33, almost 34-yard line. And it's a Singletary. A dump off, going to get about 2-3 yards. Actually moved around maybe to 4. But Dart definitely feeling the pressure on that play. As Max says, I'm not sure Dart sees anybody but Wandale at this point. Is there even anybody but Wandale worth throwing to? Let's be honest. No Theo Johnson, obviously no Malik Neighbors. You know, get Wandale and Slayton. That's it. You know, so. All right, shotgun formation, quick pitch out to Singletary. He's going to get the first down and much more. Oh, my God. This could be the first score. Just short of it. Falls down about the 1-yard line. Oh, my gosh. That should have been a touchdown, too. Should have been a touchdown, Andrew. But luckily for the Giants, it wasn't. No, I wonder if he fell down on purpose to not get it. Oh, my gosh. To be honest, Singletary is not going to be part of this team probably next year. Who knows? I didn't think he'd be part of it this year either, so. For the last play of the first quarter. And it's a run. And I can't see with the pylon if he got in. They're saying he got in. Touchdown Giants. I guess I should be nice.
All hail the New York Giants!
It's like I'm half-hearted doing that this week. Let's see. Yeah, he got in. He got in. And with that, Geno Smith is the current MVP of the game. So sad. So sad. So, all righty. I guess we're winning the Tank Bowl right now. The Giants go for the extra point now. And it's up. And of course it's good. Because nothing bad can happen to the Giants in the Tank Bowl. The Toilet Bowl. Just absolute insanity. As I replay the interception again. I said it's early, guys. It's early. Said it's early. I wouldn't worry too much. But yeah. I mean, hell, if we're actually keeping Joe Shane like they're reporting already, then we're in trouble anyway. So it is what it is there. Let's see. For some reason, did the red zone go off? Red zone is now trying to go back to old plays for some reason. Let me see if I can get that on there. There we go. Get back to the red zone. Yeah, the red zone for some reason is doing post game stuff. Don't want to see post game. I want to see current game. See if we got any updates there on that. So the Eagles have the ball, but deep in their own territory. 8.5 minutes left to go. So no really update to give on that game yet there. So only score so far is the Giants. And for once, we don't want the Giants to win. For once, they're winning. It's the story of our life. Let's see. Jason, is Dunleavy reporting it or Leonard? It is, but at the end of the day, I mean, yeah. Let me take a look. I'll take a look to Joe Shane just in the news, see what happens. Let's see. It's sad when I'm looking at I look at I Google Joe Shane, and the very first thing it says people also ask, and it gives you like questions suggested based on the topic. And the first thing, does Joe Shane still have a job? Like, that's just bad. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. I'm just trying to see. Nothing I'm seeing here from any of those guys. Pat Traina put a different article up on it, but again, she's going off their reporting. Jonathan Jones of CBS reports that the sense is that nothing has changed in terms of Joe Shane's status. So, yeah, listen, we'll have to see. I don't know how they can be getting that reported. right now with everything going on. But it just is what it is. I can't fix the Giants myself. They won't let me. Otherwise, it'd already be fixed. Because it's not difficult to fix. Get people in that know what they're doing. So the good news is Ryan Dunleavy's reporting, and I didn't even think about this part here. The Browns winning today means that the Giants won't slip past number 2 in the NFL draft, even if they beat the Raiders. So we got kickoff up in the air. And big return about the 41-yard line here for the Raiders. Looking right here. Let's see. I'm trying to see again if I'm on Ryan Dunleavy, see if he says anything on the news. But nope, I'm not seeing anything. But yeah, at least we're not going to go past number 2 right now. And let's be honest, the Cowboys have been playing better lately. There's no chance we should beat them next week. So let's see. And I agree with you with Jay saying someone will trade up with the kid from Oregon. I mean, there's a couple of quarterbacks. It's just the number 1 overall pick is that much more valuable. So we'll see. Genty on first down gets to just behind the line of scrimmage. He loses about half a yard there. By the way, if number 70 looks familiar to you guys, he probably should as a Giants fan there. He was on the team earlier this year. Stone Forsythe, former Seattle Seahawk, who's now one of their starters. Yeah, it's a guy that I couldn't believe we picked up when we did. And yeah, it's just insanity. Guy couldn't make it on the Giant squad, and somehow he's a starter for the Raiders. That just shows you how bad they are. Flag on the play is Dexter Lawrence just flew across the line. Let's see who it is. It's on us. Dexter Lawrence is in on the tank. He's in. Neutral zone infraction. So it'd be a nice short second down here for the Raiders coming up in this. As you see the silhouette of Abdul Carter. See if he can make a presence felt in this game again. And here we go. Quick toss out to Meyer. Going to be tackled. Bobby Okereke said all of a sudden the Giants seem to be able to tackle this week. I don't know what's going on. Something changed with the Giants or just because we're playing a shitty team? I'm not sure. So we'll see as the weeks progress and next week see what happens. But let's be honest, the Giants defense has nowhere to go but up. Can't get any worse than it's been. That's for damn sure. 3rd and 5 here for the Raiders. And here we go. Genty moving behind. There's some movement up front here. We'll see if some of the Giants, they got out before ball got snapped. Quick toss out to Genty. Had to turn around to get it, but first down here for the Raiders. Weird play for the Raiders. I mean, you could have just thrown it over his shoulder, not behind him. Luckily, Genty saw it. He was able to back up to go get it, but watch the replay. Just turns around, has to completely do a 180. That could have been a massive play for the Raiders had he been able to turn up the field. But either way, first down. Meyer on the screen. Bull rushing people going to get about 3-4 yards there. First down. Jay says refresher about 35 seconds behind. Let me see if I refresh, see what it comes up with. Again, I'm watching on the red zone here, so on YouTube, so it's going to be a little behind. All right, I just refreshed, so we'll see. But I don't think it's changed anything. It still says 2nd and 6. Let's see. Gino at the line. Should be a run to Genty, and it is. He's going to plow forward for a first down and more, down about the 31-yard. Flag on the play, though. Let's see. And it's on the Giants. Illegal hands. Ooh. Hands to the face. Roy Robertson Harris. Part of the hyphen club. Look at Genty the way he's doing it. That's weird. The way he kick step like that. Definitely a little funky. 1st and 10 now for the Raiders. Ball's about the 26-yard line. So Raiders definitely have a chance to tie in this. Genty getting the ball, trying to kick it outside, but going to lose a yard. 2nd down, I'm coming. So it'll be 2nd and 11 now. And look at that. That's what I'm saying. Genty's not a good player. Empty backfield for Geno. And quick toss out. So they do get a completion on 1st down. Tyler Lockett, the ex-Seahawk. So 3rd down now. Let's see how many yards are given. 3rd and 6. So it's a 5-yard pickup on Lockett. Let's see if the Raiders can do it. Genty single back on the left-hand side of Geno's in shotgun formation. And Geno's going to go down. Like 5 Giants sacked him. Burns was the last guy to come off him, so we'll see who gets the sack on that, but I got to think Burns is the guy. Let's see. And hard to tell. Hard to tell at angle who you want to give that sack to. Good hustle play. You know what? Carter might have been the guy to give it to. Good hustle play by Carter, too, coming back. He had originally beat his guy on the outside. Geno stepped up and lost him, and he ran back to him. So, 42-yard field goal attempt here by the Raiders. And it's up, and it's good. The Giants now up 7-3. At least they got some points. Now, hopefully the Giants do their part and don't get any. But we're cutting a commercial break here with 9:41 left in the 2nd quarter there. Let's see what's going on with the Eagles and Bills game here. Looks like it's still 0-0 on that game. Right now, we're just running for the ball there. It might have been a fumble right as it's going to it. Looking here, looks like, yeah. I don't know what it caused afterwards. I went to this read, and all of a sudden, running towards the ball is that basically everybody there's just bouncing down. Let's see. Eagles getting the ball though on a fumble recovery. Yeah, it was a fumble. Turned it back into that game at a weird time. Here we go. Here's the replay so we can see what happened. Yeah, fumbled by Josh Allen when he got pressure, and the ball just got kicked and kept rolling along. So looks like the Eagles are in a good spot here to potentially get themselves on the board and take the early lead in that game, but they're also going to go into commercial there. Wet weather there, like I said, that you see condensation and precipitation on the camera there, so definitely bad weather issues. Not like ours, which seems to be perfect weather, but just a crappy field as you saw. Jackson Dart slipping on the moisture on the field in that first action there for the Giants. So let's see. Got both games in commercial now, though. And it's weird because you watch the red zone, they're really showing replays again of stuff that happened at 1 o'clock because there's nothing else in the show with 2 games. Both of them are at commercial. What are you gonna do? They got to show something. Let's see. Jamar Chase joins Randy Moss, the only player's history with 7+ receiving touchdowns each of their first 5 seasons. It's a pretty nice stat. They always say anytime you join Randy Moss as the only guy to do something, you probably did something right. You probably did. So, let's see. Trying to see actually get back to this game already, but listen, the Giants getting the ball here, and I know Browns winning still helps us, but come on, Raiders. It's so weird to say. Come on, Raiders. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm not even sure Mendoza's that good, to be very frank with you guys. I just want that pick ability, ability to trade back. Having that first overall one is valuable. We'll do obviously our drafts work once the season's over officially, but none of these players in the quarterback position to me are like can't miss prospects. But listen, when you're the Jets or the Browns or the Saints or some of these teams, sometimes you get a little desperate. The Raiders definitely desperate. Kick is up, going to the back of the end zone here. So touchback on the kickoff there in the direction of Deontay Banks. And let's see. As they're showing the downfall of Dart the last couple weeks here since Brian Dable's been out. Again, definitely has not been as good, that's for sure. But doing good today. Of course he is. Now we want the first overall pick. 7 or 9, 44 yards in the game right now. 1st and 10, shotgun formation for him. Tracy off to the right-hand side of him. It's like Wandale moving down towards the bottom there, and it's a handoff to Tracy. Going to get about 6 yards there on first down. Again, really bad defense here for the Raiders, guys. You're now missing 2 of their best players, including who's the guy who's definitely their best. So there you go. 2nd down. Jackson Dart under center this time, but handed the ball off to Tracy again. Getting about a yard shy at the first. So 3rd down incoming. By the way, it looks like it was. I don't know. I forgot who said it. I'm sorry, but somebody had said half a sack for Burns, half for Carter. It looks like that's what's going to happen. Even the Giants just released the video of it saying Burns and Carter take down Geno Smith. So, all right, here we go. 3rd and 1, shotgun formation. Giving the ball off to Tracy, initial fake handoff, I should say. Dart going for that first down and getting it. It's about 6-7 yards in that. I got to say, I hate the design runs right now. I know we're talking about him being kind of new to be able to do that, but do not risk this kid getting hurt when the season's over. All right, here we go. First down, Giants. Ball's at midfield. Quick snap to Dart. Gonna toss it out to Hodgins. Missed tackle. Is going to get about 8 yards there. It's Devin White in the missed tackle, looks like. Trying to see the replay to verify, but that's what I saw turn around there at that point. And of course, they're too busy showing everything else instead. I like to show the building blocks to Kayvon Thibodeau, who, like I said, I think he'll be traded this offseason, to be honest with you guys. 2nd and 2. And Dart slipping around, moving around, going to get that first down. Take another hit, though, but got that first down. Again, I love the aggressiveness, but oof. All right, 1st and 10. Giants moving the ball. I mean, let's be honest here, guys. The Raiders are the worst team of these two. Giants have played close in a lot of the games. They're probably the best 2-13 team to see in a long time. Dart chucking it deep to wide open Darius Slayton. First down. Let's see where that ball ended up there. Darius Slayton finally entering the picture there. Watch this replay. It's got to be bad coverage there. Yeah, just a break in the zone coverage there. So ball's going to be about the 18, 19-yard line around there. Let's see where they put it. Yeah, just about the 18. Shotgun formation. Again, going to be a run, though. Oh, no, it's going to be a pass out to Wandale at a wide receiver screen. They're determined to get Wandale Robinson his 1,000-yard season this week, it looks like. See where he's at, but he was 99 yards short to start this game. 6 yards there, 2nd and 4. And let's see. Trying to see the layup there showing Wandale instead. Shotgun formation here for Dart. You got Tracy moving out to the outside of the bottom of your screen there, and Dart's running for it, and he's going to get that touchdown. Giants scoring again, messing up that first overall pick.
All hail the New York Giants.
I can't like enthusiastically press the buttons for y'all. I feel obligated to press them, but I can't do it enthusiastically. But there's second touchdown of the day here already. Both of them running. Jay says, how many sack for Burns? I got to look up to see where he's at now. Let's see where they got him at. He had 15 coming into the game, so I'm assuming they gave him the half. So that put him at 15 and a half. Let's see what they did here. I'm going to the actual box score to verify for you. See, sack. Yeah, they gave him and Carter both the half. So yeah, I put him at 15 and a half. Just watch Brian Burns hold out. No, Brian Burns already getting paid top dollar. He's fine. He's getting paid like he was this kind of player the whole time. Don't even put that in there. But like I said, either way, the Giants are trading. I have a feeling Kayvon Thibodeau, so they're going to want to play and not get rid of him no matter what. They'll have to figure it out. But again, I can't imagine he holds out after having this kind of season for the first time ever. By far his best one. As Max says, the Giants are the Raiders are hopeless. I'm just going to start cheering for my boys again. Anthony's just hoping they're trading Slayton. They can trade Slayton. They lose money. Slayton's a Giant next year, guys. And again, we gotta understand that Slayton is not as bad as people think. Like you're wanting a top end receiver. He's not a top end receiver, but he's also not getting paid like a top end receiver. Getting paid $12 million. That's not that much for a receiver nowadays. That's a third receiver. You know, go get the top of the contracts. These guys getting $25, $30 million a year now. These top guys. He's not getting paid top money. So, like I said, we'll be fine. I'm not worried about that. He'll be number 3 receiver. Neighbors comes back. Wandale hopefully comes back as number 2. We'll be fine. And he says, but he's supposed to be better than what he's been playing as. Is he? Let's go back to Slayton here. Pull up his stats. I don't think they're as bad as people think. I really don't. Again, stats aren't everything, obviously, but coming into this game, he's got 468 yards. So 2 more weeks, he'll be in the 500s or so, maybe 600. It's a third receiver. So, you know, is it the best contract in the world? Nope. But he'll have 1 more year. If he doesn't get the drop straight now, because that is the biggest issue, I agree with you there, Anthony, then he'll be gone. That's all there is to it. So, in the meantime, be nice if he didn't keep on helping the team win this week. Come on, Raiders. Oh, my gosh. All right, so let's see. They're just still watching Dart walk back and forth. So, kick is up and kneel down in the end zone there with the Giants now up 14-3 with just under 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter there. Absolute insanity there. And looks like they're showing here that the Eagles getting a quick touchdown there. Jalen Hurts to Dallas Goedert. So they are now up 7-0. I'm watching that right now while the ball's already back in the hands of the Bills there. But Geno coming up to the line here, the Raiders offense, hopefully trying to do something. And Geno's at the line, fakes the handoff, does some kind of weird play to Tucker. Abdul Carter sniffed it out like a freaking beast. Yeah, that's a big loss for the Raiders there. Wow. Watch this replay. Carter coming from the outside. No one blocked him. Just sniffed out the play. Didn't go for the fake handoff. Went right for the guy. All of a sudden, like I said, something's changed in this guy. 2nd and 20 now for the Raiders. Damn. And here we go. Tucker tries to get Sutton now on that first 2nd down here. So we got 3rd and long incoming. It seems like Tucker's the only guy to throw into, by the way. As Andre says, yo, Drew, yo, guys. I hope we draft Tate, but I'm with you. Tyson, too. But Slayton needs to go as soon as possible. 3rd and 13, guys. Shotgun formation for Geno. Got a lot of traffic at the top of the screen there. Geno's got all the time in the world to throw. And there's a wide open Tucker at like the 49-yard line. 1st down for the Raiders. There's a flag on the play, though. Geno had a lot of time on that one. I'm wondering if it's a holding. They're making us wait to find out. It's a holding call on the offense. I had a feeling. So instead of a massive play by the Raiders, it's a holding call. It's a redo the 3rd down, and let's tack on some more yards they need this time. Oof. That's kind of sad. There's that hold. Yeah, it's a really bad hold. That's a really obvious holding call there. So 3rd and 23 now. Oh, yay. So shotgun formation for the Raiders. Tucker's the top of your screen, by the way, since he's the only guy they seem to be throwing to. But nope, instead, they didn't throw Tucker this time for once. They threw it to Shedrick Jackson. So 4th down incoming here for the Raiders. And they're punting. Not good. The Giants look like they're going to mess up this number 1 overall pick here. Let's see. On 4th and 14. Cole back to punt here. Kick is up. Decent hang time here. Oshevsky going to get it right at the sideline and just couldn't stay in enough to turn around and get it here. Hat is down, by the way. What is going on here? There's a scuffle with the Raiders players in. Goddamn. With the whole Giants. I don't know what's going on here. There's nowhere even there. Let's see if this is the replay. Here we go. He gets pushed. And there's a knee going by. Whew, goddamn. What is going on here? This kerfluffle here. Rico Payton pushing him all the way out there. That's insanity. There's going to be definitely some flags in this one here. That's crazy. Let's see. They're not even showing what's going on yet. We'll find out. But yeah, it looks like, and it's hard to tell in slow motion if that was part of the run, if they went to knee him. It looked like Rico went to go knee him. And that's not good if that's the case. Well, depending on what you're hoping for in this game. So let's see. We are now trying to see if they got anything going here for the Eagles-Bills game. Bills like 2nd and 4. They have the ball right now. Just about midfield at the 49-yard line right now. Be nice if they can actually go ahead and get something going here. Cook gets the ball and going to get the 1st down and more down about the 41-yard line. So Bills officially in Eagle territory. And I'm still trying to see if we got anything else on this. There's a flag for the Bills there. Said repeat 2nd down. Let's see. Trying to see if we got any news on Twitter on that stuff, because that's crazy, man, that fight. Like, this game's over. Why are y'all fighting? Your seasons are both over. Let's see here. Let's see. Trying to see if we got anything here. So far, not seeing anything. Everybody's just talking about the Mendoza thing still. Like, of course, the Giants, if they got the chance to draft Mendoza, would look at him. They'd be stupid not to. You have to look at everybody. Doesn't mean they would actually take him. Yeah, nothing I'm seeing here. So, we'll have to keep an eye on that there. See what they come back, what's going to happen. Because I'd imagine there'd be at least a couple penalties on that thing. Or at least one massive one for the Giants for Rico Payton there. Just plowing him into the freaking rails and the sides. Oy, oy. Time for another beer. All right, here we go. Let's see. Say they're just showing the replay again. And it says they didn't throw any flags. I don't know how you can not throw a flag in that thing. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm seeing it. They just gave him the ball. I wonder if there's going to be an issue from New York then after the week. Like I said, it looked like Rico Payton again. I don't know if it was because of the replay and the fact that it was slow motion. It looked like he really went after him with his knee. Anyway, on first down, a quick run. We got second down already. So 2nd and 5. Got a lot of action at the top of the screen there, but at the bottom is where Wandale is. So if they're going to pass, expect to go there because you got an empty backfield. And there's Wandale, wide open again for first down. How is it I can see this stuff and the Raiders can't? Oh, my gosh. Pete Carroll should have called me up this week. I would have given him all the advice. Let's see. There's a lot of guys in cover at the top of that screen. Why they don't focus on Wandale? Stupidity. Wandale, by the way, is in the slot in this one. You see Dart chucking it to a wide open Wandale Robinson. He's just going to get more and more yards. Get down about the 36-yard line. Oh, my God. This is absolute insanity. Wandale might already have his 1,000 yards at this point. Look at this. Wide open for how many miles? Don't tell me they're not doing this. Don't tell me they're not tanking. They are definitely tanking. So 2-minute warning we're at here, guys. That's just insanity. Wandale's got 41 yards before that play. So, yeah, he's getting close to that 1,000. Oh, my gosh. Anyway. Let's see. So they're at a commercial break, it looks like, over in the Eagles and the Bills game here. They're replaying our big pass to Wandale Robinson instead on the red zone. Let's see here, though. Looks like the Bills still have the ball at the 44-yard line. Jason said, we're really re-signing baby T-Rex, Elu, and Flott for $50 million. What if we don't? 1 win instead of 2. Listen, I mean, it all depends on what they want. Wandale Robinson should definitely be re-signed. You all know I've been a fan of his for years now. When it's comes down to Illuminor, yeah, I want to keep that offensive line together as best as possible. The only one I'm okay with losing is John Running because he's so overpaid. And Flott is probably our best cover corner, guys. As long as he fits the defensive scheme of whoever we bring in, re-sign him. The one caveat I'm going to give you. This Andrew says, Drew, what are you drinking? A Kona? No, this is the Hoffenweiser from Trader Joe's. Got a little German beer here from Trader Joe's. They went there today. Love that place. I don't know if you guys go there, but if you haven't, go there. Get the sea salt chocolate chips, sea salt chocolate chip cookies. They're amazing. I don't know why, but they are freaking amazing. Let's see. Jason says thighs or where it's at. I'm a wing guy, my own recipe. And this is Robinson. He's come back. Damn straight. Jay, continuity. Continue sucking. Yep. It just was good. It's actually pretty good. Listen, Trader Joe's and Aldi, same company, by the way. People don't realize it all the time. Two brothers that own one owns one, owns the other. Their beers aren't bad, actually. Jay says Trader Joe's is great if you live alone. Yeah, I mean that's probably the best one. It's also good enough for work lunches and things of that nature, though. But their food stuff is always good. He says, "Have you seen Micah there?" No, I haven't seen Micah. Jay says Trader Joe's is great to their employees. Yes, as is Costco. That's why there's the two places I try to stick with a lot of. We got more fighting here. We're talking about beer and Trader Joe's. More fighting. Oh my gosh. So much fighting in the game with two shitty teams. I don't know why. Why are we fighting? There's nothing else going on. Ball at about 35-yard line. Shotgun formation for Dart. Hands the ball off to Tracy. Gonna get maybe 2-3 yards. Again, it's fitting the Giants would play good this week. It's just fitting. 2nd and 7. Shotgun formation for Dart. Tracy bouncing off to the outside after being stopped in the backfield. Going to get it maybe about a yard or so on that, but still impressive just to even get back to the line of scrimmage here. Jason, where's our $13 million tackle, James Hudson? He's where he deserves to be. Nowhere near the team. Adam Butler down, by the way, for the Raiders right now. So defensive tackle at a Vanderbilt. Let's see what happens. Well, it looks like we're at the another commercial break incoming here for that. I'm thinking they put the image up like they're gonna, but then they haven't. So maybe not. Maybe not. But Pete Carroll out there talking to him. As this game has gone so far that we're now discussing groceries. You guys are all saying Amazon Fresh. I never even done like Amazon. I got a Whole Foods near me, so I assume they do like an Amazon Fresh kind of thing. But I don't know. Groceries are expensive in Florida, man. Tony, you guys in like Jersey, New York area, it's actually cheaper to buy groceries than it is here in Florida. Let's see. It's just bad step. Again, the feels like shit today. It definitely does. You saw in the first drive with Dart, went to go put his footing and just lost his footing entirely in the wet weather there. So for a dome to have that crappy of a field, I get it, heave it outside, but maybe you pull it in when it's raining right before a game. Call me crazy. So got shotgun formation again for Dart. Bellinger moves up to be a second line of protection. You got Singletary and Bellinger there. Bellinger moving back to the line now, though. 3rd and 5. Dart. Quick toss out to Singletary. He's going to stop just short of it. Ball's about the 25-yard line. I'm the Giants I'm going for. What the hell? Oh, my gosh. See, look at that. You guys are still on this grocery thing. We're watching the game. I'll come back to tons of groceries. Oh, my God. Oh, they're giving him first down. They're giving him first down. That's crazy. That was not a listen. I know the line is it is just for TV. It's different, but that's a little crazy. It didn't look like either the line was way off, and the TV people need to go like, "What the hell are we doing wrong?" Or, oh yeah, you guys are still at the groceries. Yeah, we got mostly Publix around here, so I try to do Trader Joe's, Aldi's, Walmart. how much I hate to use Walmart because they treat their employees like crap. Let's see. Andy says, "You know how we are, true." Yeah, let's get some Reddit in the chat here. Oh my gosh. By the way, looks like the Eagles have the ball back, still up 7-0. It's 3rd and 4 for them right now as they're in their own territory. So nowhere near a score here, but definitely was hoping to come back to that game and have a tie game or something. Be nice to see the Eagles lose this week. That's for damn sure. They've definitely lost a lot more this year than they have the last couple of years, which has been nice to watch. So we've seen commercials for the Avatar. I still haven't seen the Avatar yet. I need to see the new one. I think Wednesday I'm going to go see it. I was going to go see it last week, but just didn't get a chance to. Probably Wednesday. Andrew says, I wish we had a Trader Joe's in our area. I'm telling you, next time if you're near a Trader Joe's, next time you get the sea salt chocolate chip cookies. The best cookies you will ever have in your entire life by far. Life-changing. That's how good they are. But they all kinds of good stuff. I just had apple cinnamon rolls in there today. Now you got me talking food and groceries. Anyway, a 3rd and 4. You got the Eagles right now lining up shotgun formation for Hurts. And tight fit, but they got the first down, down about the 40-yard line. Devonta Smith on the catch there. See, Anthony knows. He says the good of cookies. Damn straight. I love a good cookie. Can't beat a good cookie. All right. Saquon on first down for the Eagles. Going to lose about 3 yards, looks like. Call overturned, by the way, for the Giants. So there goes that first down. Back to 4th down. I thought so. I was like, something's wrong there. He was definitely stopped short. Again, the Giants should go for it in my eyes. We'll see. As they're still showing replays for some reason on TV. We're done. We're moving on from this play, guys. It's over. Like I said, there was no way that was a first down. I don't know why the hell they called it one. It's ridiculous to call it one. And Giants are going to go for it. You got to think nice, simple, gut. Ran up the gut there on 4th and 1. But that would be common sense. The Giants don't tend to have a lot of common sense. So let's see. Oh, there's movement up front. Whole lot of flags getting thrown around. Let's see. Refs are talking. We're to find out. Neutral zone infraction on the Raiders. First down for the Giants. I'm telling you, these Raiders are in on the tank. Deb, what's up? She says, not in my nature to tank. How about celebrating our quarterback, Carter, playing better, getting a new head coach, and hopefully a new GM and an early draft pick. Lots to build on. Yes. Listen, I it's not my nature to tank either, but when the season's over, I'm gonna definitely say it's good to do. But I agree with you on everything else. There's a lot of celebrate this team. I think this is we said a bit ago, probably the best 2-13 team I've ever seen, which is crazy. Weird thing to say. As we got first down here, Jackson Dart chucking it up towards the end zone, just chucking up looking for a flag. It was like with Tracy in coverage. Yeah, covered by Devin White. So it looked like he was looking for a flag the way he threw that thing. But yeah, again, I'm just definitely happy with the stuff you talked about. But at the same time, I want to tank. I want the first overall pick. I want both. But again, Deb, unfortunately, it sounds like what they're saying today, they don't expect a new GM. That's the rumors, is that Joe Shane's sticking around. 2nd and 10 here. We got Wandia moving in motion in the slot position up towards the top of your screen. Keep an eye on him because that's where we typically throw to. 2nd and 10. And he's open. And he got thrown to. God damn it. It's Such a simple offense, and moving around gets that first down. Ball about the 8-yard line. I don't understand. Like, watch this replay. Nobody on him. Wide open. Like, he's going to get the ball. You know it. Absolute insanity. Like, oh my gosh. Let's see the Jason's Joe Indiana beat the Raiders today. Well, yeah. Indiana almost beat Jacksonville today. It was actually a pretty good game. I watched part of that there. Wandale, by the way, 86 yards, guys. He needs 13 more yards to hit that 1,000-yard based on what they showed before the game. They said he was at 901 yards. I'm going to double check his stats here real quick on the season. Just want to see where they have him, man. Yeah, 901 yards. We need 13 more yards to go ahead and hit 1,000 yards. And bad snap, but Darts gets it, flicks it out real quick, throws in the vicinity of Isaiah Hodgins, who wasn't expecting it yet. But again, that was just getting the ball out. So second and goal coming down. Good on Darth, though. Get rid of that. Got somebody in the chat here on the red zone saying, "Don't give up on the Giants. They broken records for losing." Second and goal here. Shotgun for Dart. Looks like Tracy off to the right-hand side. And move around that pocket. Doing what he does. Throwing it up. And throwing in the vicinity of Jalen Hyatt, but wasn't able to get it. So third and goal coming. Just amazing, I see the way Dart navigates the pocket. You got to give him a lot of credit for that. He's very, very good at that. That is a skill that we've never really seen in the Giants. And even get it up where at least there's a chance to score. Let's see the replay. It's a little high, but again, he was on the run. I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with Slayton not getting it, too, because that's a really hard catch to get. That's not a Slayton issue at that point. He's got his own issues, don't get me wrong, but here we go on third and goal. Tracy gets the ball. Gets knocked down about the 14-yard line. Fourth and goal. Go for it, Giants. Go for it. You got to imagine the punt team's coming out here. Timeout. 2 seconds left. Looks like for the Raiders there, Jamal Adams was slow to get up. He's the one who took down Tracy initially. Then kind of got, look at that. Ooh, got smacked around at that play there as his own teammate, Lalu, and just got knocked around. Oof. Tracy's Jamal Adams was so badass back in the day. Yes, he was. 10 sacks as a safety. It's not sitting here to see very often. Fourth and goal. Here we go. 32-yard attempt for the Giants. All right. Just line this thing up. Come on. See if we can miss it. He's just making Kayvon Shelley with 10 sacks. Kayvon had 10 sacks before. Stop. All right, here we go. Fourth and goal. Ball is up, and kick is good. Because, of course, now it's an issue. Debs is so true. You're pissed that Raiders moved tank, but it's okay for the Giants to tank. Oh, no, I said point blank. The Giants played the same game in the beginning. I think it's before you were on. Giants definitely said, hold my beer, I got this. They definitely went in tank mode as well. And again, this is why I've said forever that the NFL really should do, I think, a lottery system. I definitely think we should have a lottery system for the draft. Plus, to be very frank with you, beyond the issue of keeping the competitiveness late in the season, what you're also doing is you're creating another TV event for the NFL if you do a draft lottery. Look how big that is for the NBA. There's not nearly the size of fandom for the NBA there is for the NFL. Teams would watch it like crazy. Jace's Pete Carroll needs to retire after this. Yeah, I think he's going to have to retire after this, to be very frank with you. This has been a really, really bad failed experiment. If you listen to what they were saying, the Raiders really wanted to go ahead and get Ben Johnson. That was Tom Brady's pick, was Ben Johnson. They offered him the world to get him there. They didn't even have a second option, basically. And Ben Johnson just flew to Chicago anyway and signed with them. So it just tells you he wanted no part of that circus. And you can't blame them. The Raiders have been a circus for years. And what do they really have? I mean, wrong. The Giants have been a circus for years as well. We have building blocks right now. There's no building blocks right now for that Raiders team. You know, there's nobody can look at it and go, "Ooh, Raiders have this." It's exciting potential there, you know? Jason, they wanted Ben Johnson. They saw his contract demands. No, they wanted Ben Johnson, point blank. Ben Johnson did not want them. That's what happened. All right, we're at halftime now. Again, Giants are up now 17-3 on the Raiders. Let me give you guys the stats in the game so far. You got Jackson Dart, 15 of 20 for 134 yards, sacked once, 92.5 QB rating. Singletary got 3 carries, 34 yards, and a touchdown. Tyrone Tracy, 8 carries, 33 yards. And you got Jackson Dart, 3 carries, 21 yards, and a touchdown. So really good run of the ball that first half there. Wan'Dale Robinson, 9 catches, 97 yards he's up to right now. So he's literally 2 yards away from hitting 1,000. His next one is going to be a 1,000-yard season for him there. Darius Slayton, 1 catch for 21 yards. Devin Singletary, 3 catches for 13 yards. You got 1 catch for 8 yards on Isaiah Hodgins, 1 catch for -5 on Tyrone Tracy there. So definitely not the not exactly the greatest outcome here for the receivers outside of Wan'Dale Robinson. Again, he's the guy they're throwing everything to. It's insanity. As far as the defense there, 4 tackles and 1 assist for Bobby Okereke, along with that big interception returned for a ridiculous number of yards here, that's for sure. 3 tackles for Deontay Banks, 3 for Drew Phillips. Raheem Lane, 2 tackles, 1 assist. 1 tackle, 1 assist for Darius Muasau. 1 tackle for Dexter Lawrence. As far as the sack goes, you got half a sack for Burns, half a sack for Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter also had that massive tackle for loss as well. So he's having a really good game here so far. So on the Raiders side, Geno Smith, 12 of 15 for 100 yards, 1 interception, 1 sack. Imagine getting 12 completions and getting 100 yards. That's insanely low. Ashton Genty against one of the worst run defenses in the entire NFL. 7 carries, 16 yards. Like I said to you guys, he's crap. The crazy thing is he had an 8-yard run. So literally the other ones were 6 yards, 8 yards. 6 carries, 8 yards the rest of the way. Insanity. Trey Tucker has the 1 carry for -10 yards. That's that tackle for loss with Abdul Carter sniffing out a play like a freaking genius. Trey Tucker, though, also 4 catches, 42 yards. He's been their main guy there. Also, Michael Mayer, the 4 catches, 31 yards. Ashton Genty, 2 catches, 13 yards. Shedrick Jackson, 1 for 9. Tyler Lockett, 1 for 5. On the defensive side, Lonnie Johnson Jr., 3 tackles, 2 assists. Devin White, 2 tackles, 3 assists. Isaiah Pulumeo, 2 tackles. Greedy Vance Jr., 2 tackles. Eric Stokes, 2 tackles. J.J. Hughes, 2 tackles. And Aladin Roberts, 2 tackles, 1 assist. The 1 sack went to Taka Hemingway. So, listen, not that much to talk about positive about the Raiders in this game, that's for sure. Debs, I wonder what Cleveland winning today will do to our draft position. Well, we talked about that earlier as well. So it looks like because they won, that means the Giants can't move past number 2 right now. So as of right now, I'm looking at the stats for you guys to see exactly where everybody's at. So whoever wins here is going to have 2 wins in the season, and that'll put them squarely in number 1. Whoever loses will go down to number 2 because the Jets have a 552 strength of schedule. The Titans have a 576 strength of schedule, and the Cardinals have 577 strength of schedule, whereas the Giants have a 530 and the Vegas Raiders have a 541. By the way, I should point out, remember what we talked about the Giants having such a tough schedule. The Giants only go back to number 2, not number 5, because of how weak their schedule is compared to the guys who also have a 3-13 record at the end of this game, assuming they win. So, food for thought there. Schedule wasn't the issue as much as people want to say it was. But I told you guys in the beginning not to worry about that. Jay says, I wonder how much cost is for Nitto tires. I need Pilot Sports. Will super chat, please. Yeah, I can't mix work in this, man. He says, I thought we had the strongest schedule. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I told you guys in the very beginning, do not worry about strength of schedule, because strength of schedule is going to change based on, how the teams are early and are on. Part of our strength of schedule that's gotten weaker is because of the fact that the Commanders sucked this year when they were supposed to be really good. The Chiefs sucked this year. They were supposed to be really good. This, he did play the Saints. We did play the Cowboys, who haven't been as good as people expected them to be this year. Even the Eagles, while they've been very good, haven't been quite as good as they were expected to be this year. So, again, you got to let the season play out and see what happens. We definitely have played some tough teams. I mean, right now, 3 of the top 4 teams in the NFL we played. We played the Broncos, we played the Patriots, we played the Browns. I would say the Bears. We played also the Niners were 11-4. We played the Chargers at 11-5. So we definitely played some tougher teams. It's just, also haven't played great teams like we thought too. Look at the Lions, for example. The Lions we thought would be amazing. 8-8. Not that amazing. So, Jason, my brother-in-law just got the Tacoma Trail Runner thing, 70K WTF. Yes, that's why I don't have a new truck myself. I want a truck, but I do not have a new truck for that reason. Anthony says he's got a lifted F-150. How you got a lifted F-150 in Jersey, Anthony? Who are you paying for that inspection sticker? I know better. But yeah, like I said, it's just it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in this game if we win and what happens overall the rest of the way. But it looks like the Giants are probably gonna go drop down to the number 2 pick, which is again still not bad. Still not bad. This is registered in Delaware, Israel. I knew something was up. I know better. Florida, it doesn't matter. We have no inspections, but I know there in Jersey it matters. As Jay says, 2022, I think you're holding on those super chats. See? Yeah. We know better. Delaware, too, the tax haven state. He's in the tax haven state with the 2022 F-150 King Ranch. Lifted. I know better. No, just messing. It's all good. Yeah, it says, I got a pre-owned. I'm sure it's a certified pre-owned. Not like us poor folk with the non-certified. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. We got on the game here with the Bills and the Eagles. Looks like Saquon's on a massive run right now down to the Bills territory. Looks like the Eagles have scored a field goal as well. So they're now up 10-0 on the Bills there. So they've extended their lead. So Anthony says it's not a King Ranch, it's an XLT. That's what mine was. I had a 2011 F-150 XLT with the 5.0, a good old Coyote engine, but I had to get rid of it. It started showing a little rust. I miss my truck though. Maybe soon. Part of the car should be paid off later this year, so we'll see. see here. It looks like we're about to get ready for kickoff here. Keep in mind the Raiders do get the kickoff on the second half there. The Giants did get the ball to start the game. But it looks like they're going back to one more commercial break. Too many goddamn commercial breaks. Ridiculousness here. Let's see here. Keep on hoping that we'll find some news-wise here on the Giants for you guys in the meantime. Like I said, it stinks during the halftime like this because usually I can go over what's going on with the rest of the league and stuff like that. There's nothing else to go over. So in case you joined late, I guess I'll recap for you guys all the rest of the games there real quick. Like we did at the beginning there, the first break. So again, if you missed the 1 o'clock games here, you got the Buccaneers lost to the Dolphins in a very close one, 20-17. That's Dolphins doing things there, keeping Mike McDaniels with a job. And Buccaneers now are going to be a win and in game with the Panthers next week. That's going to be definitely pretty good. Patriots destroyed the Jets 42-10. The Bills surprised the Steelers 13-6. You got the Jaguars. Closer game than people expected here. 23-17 over the Colts. The Saints pulled it out against the Titans. Titans are actually winning a good part of the game there. 34-26. Seahawks beat the Panthers 27-10. The Bengals just absolutely destroyed the Cardinals 37-14. And again, on Christmas there, you got the Cowboys 30, Commanders 23, Vikings 23 over the Lions 10, and you got the Broncos beating the Chiefs 20-13. Texans yesterday beat the Chargers 20-16, and the Ravens absolutely destroyed the Packers 41-24 there. So, like I said, definitely a beat 'em up kind of week there for a lot of these teams here. And right now, another beat 'em up game looks like. Let's see if we can get back to it here. Let's see. Nope. Another commercial. Too many commercials. Oh, here we go. Back to the game. They're showing Kevin Harlan and Trent Green. By the way, weird bit of news I saw this week in TMZ sports kind of stuff here. But apparently Trent Green's son is dating the daughter of the Chiefs owner. Interesting. So, but yeah, I saw that this weekend. I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy there. Get that money. All right, here we go. Kickoff is up in the air. Raiders getting it and returning it down about the 25-yard line. Here's Justin trying to get my socks off. It's freaking ridiculously hot in this podcast room today. All right, here we talk about Kafka. Talking about his amazing first half here against the Raiders. Of course, they play amazing now, and we want them to lose. And who is down? Javon Holland is down. You got a lot of guys kneeling around him there. See what they do. Yeah, just we need Javon Holland getting hurt now too. Let's see. Trying to see on Twitterverse. We got any updates for you guys? Let's see here. Not seeing anything yet. But trying to give, as soon as I hear anything, I'll let you guys know. Let's see if we got any update here on the Nope, still the same score here for the Eagles, up 10-0 on the Bills. Like I said, trying to see if I see any updates for you guys. Nothing so far, though. Talk about the skirmishes, and that's all. So, yeah, we'll have to see when they get back in a minute here. But like I said, I'm not seeing anything on that yet, so we shall see, guys. Let's see. Jay says, "What is like when you're looking for updates in Scatapoo when his leg obviously broken?" Yes, exactly. Listen, I don't want to tell you guys until I see it. Until I see something for sure. But let's be honest, people thought Scatapoo was going to be career ending when it first happened. That's how bad it was. But I don't like to get all flustered about things too early. Deb says, "Can't blame the turf in my life. Seems like more AC injuries around the league this year." Yeah, like I said, this turf, I'm sorry, turf, this grass is shit today. Point blank, it's shit. You're seeing guys having trouble with it. I think the Giants field has gotten actually better since they got the new turf, even though I still don't like to use turf. But yeah, this is not a good field for the Raiders. I think it's definitely something they need to take care of. That's for sure. Javon Holland, though, is up, by the way, and moving around, going into the blue tent area. See if he goes past it. Nope, he's going into the blue tent. So that's actually pretty good. That's it. Might not be a torn ACL. So you guys are all being negative for no reason. All right, Geno Smith in shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff. Throws out to Mayer. He's going to get a first down. Deb says, "Nice shirt. Thank you." Christmas present for the wife, along with the hat. So that way Jay can't complain about my hat. She said, "I hope our overpaid safety is okay." Oh, bye. He is. But again, I hate to judge any defensive player this year. I really do, because they've just been playing such a crappy system. It's not even funny. All right, got a flag on the play here, but they are running the ball to about the line of scrimmage here with Genty. Again, Ashton Genty just sucks this year. Again, I don't know how much is the Raiders, how much is him, but Jason's sweet. You keep them for 2 years. You missed it too, Jay. I got a second hat too as well. I got the captain's hat version, the Giants as well. So I got a couple of new hats here for Christmas this year. They all heard you complaining about my hats. Andrew says my wife is a Green Bay fan, so she bought me a shitload of Green Bay swag. Oh no, that's not right. Andrew says, "Oh shit, look at that." Jason, Deb says, "Jay will find such a dog you want, Drew." Yes, he will. Yes, he will. I know that. Jesus, Drew, Mr. Limited. Here we go. First and 15 of the Raiders as Geno stumbles. They hand the ball off to Genty. He's going to get about 2 yards. Actually, I'm sorry. It's actually not Genty for once that got the ball there. That was Zamir White, the backup running back. So, second and 13. The Raiders literally have 7 rushing yards in the game. That's absolutely pathetic. Oh, my God. Geno from shotgun. Throws it somewhere. We're going to try to get out intentional grounding. Flag on the play, though. The Sheldon Cooper presents Fumble Flags with Sheldon Cooper. Here we go. Let's see. It's against the Raiders. Here we go. An eligible man downfield. Stone Forsythe again. I don't know how that guy's on an NFL roster. And he's our left tackle. He is so bad. So bad, it's not even funny. Oh, my gosh. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation on 3rd and 13 here for the Raiders. Come on, Geno. Oh, sacked. Dexter Lawrence, finally with the sack. Mr. Too Little Too Late. But offsides in the Giants. Oh my gosh. On freaking Abdul Carter. You notice Abdul Carter seems to get an unusual amount of offsides penalties like that. And it seems to be like always a big play happens when he does that too. And it's somebody else's big play. Last week it was the interception with Newman. Now this. All right. Shotgun formation again, 3rd and 8 for the Raiders. See. Brian Burns with the big sack. Wow. There's 16 and a half sacks now for Brian Burns. That's insanity. Woo. 4th and 21. See, most sacks in a season by a Giant. I'm going to look up that stat for you guys real quick because he's starting to get into that kind of territory here. Obviously, Strahan is number 1. He's not going to get near Strahan, but 16 and a half sacks puts him at number 4, tied with JPP's 2011 season, by the way. We need 2 more to get Michael Strahan's 2003 season when he got 18 and a half. So I doubt he gets that, but who knows where this game's going. Still, this is literally one of the top 5 seasons in sack totals, specifically for a Giant. That's pretty damn impressive. And Gunner did get a rock, Anthony. Jay says, so weird. The Panthers sucked and traded him to us. Now the Panthers are good and we suck. Yeah, it's almost like, is Brian Burns the problem? Oh my gosh. Like it's like, I hate to say it, but it's kind of a legitimate question. But you know, it is what it is there. You know, it's kind of crazy. I'm looking here. Michael Strahan has had 5 of the top 11 sack totals in Giants history. It's insane. 5 of them. And you got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 of them was LT. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Let's see. Jay says, I want to change my name to Gunner and own a strip club in Mexico. Interesting idea. Not sure why a strip club specifically, but okay. Let's see here. Jason Strahan can handle the run too. Wasn't recruited, just developed. Yeah. There's a race. He's a Hall of Famer. He's literally one of the best defensive ends to ever play the game. Like there's no end up or buts about it there. Trying to see real quick if we got anything else going on here in that Eagles game, but I think they're at halftime in that Eagles-Bills game. So unfortunately, we have literally nothing to talk about until this game starts again. It is what it is. But let's see here. Be nice if they gave us like the view of the field or something. I wish they would do that more often. But let's see. All right, here we go. Another show in Vegas. It's amazing to look at watch there's nothing outside of Vegas. Jay says, Drew reminds me of me in middle school getting all my slack and Christmas, sporting it all right away. I'm not sporting at all. I'm not. I have more. I have more. Oh, yes. Just wearing my shoes out of the shoe store. I did actually wear my new shoes today that I got. Too. It's funny you say that. And they also matched the whole shirt and hat ensemble. All right, Jackson Dar, 1st and 10 here at a shotgun. Toss to the 2. Darius Slayton. I was trying to see now if we got that 1,000-yard season. But no, Darius Slayton. Let's see. They're talking about Max Crosby. Watch Max Crosby become available too. They're trying to get to Wan'Dale Robinson, but Instead, it gets batted at the line. Marcus Bow almost got it. So 2nd and 10 coming. Deb says new back in black shirt is out. I was gonna wasn't going to, but Giants merch. I can't help. Okay, yeah. Gotta cave in sometimes. I get it. We're all guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. All right, shotgun on 2nd and 10 here. And dart to Wandale Robinson. There's his 1,000-yard receive year there. 1,000 yards. And he threw the ball back. Get that ball back, Wandale. That's your 1,000-yard season right there. Get that damn ball back. Listen, the way the season's going, he might get 1,100 yards too. Shotgun again. It's going to be an obvious run, though, for Tracy. No, Dart takes it instead. Woo, gets that first down. And look at that. Runs out of bounds. Good job, Dart. Good job, Dart. Jason's Hyatt active? No, the inactive for the game. Not that there's a difference when he's active or inactive, to be honest with you. Look at Bellinger on that freaking block. Good job, Bellinger. Jason's trade Dart. Stop it. I can't believe Giants fans are legitimately talking about Mendoza right now, too. Insanity. 1st and 10. Tosses it over to Tracy. Have a nice wide open. Oh, my gosh. The Raiders are like worse tacklers than the Giants. We're all the way down to the 20-yard line. Insanity. Anthony says, didn't they elevate Turbo? They elevated him, but then made him inactive for the game, which makes no sense whatsoever. I have no clue why they did that. I would have loved to see me some Turbo Miller. I don't know why. I think it's safe to say we won this game already, guys. As Dart starts in 1st and 10. Gonna get I thought he got a sack, but he holds long enough to shuffle the ball towards a receiver to avoid the sack. And he says we're one step closer to turbo time. No, I don't think turbo time is coming. If you're not going to play him this game, why would you not? I still don't understand in general. It just makes absolutely no goddamn sense. Like, it's just ridiculous. Jason's doing get Rob started on saying that. He'll say it. He'll say the turbo time. They're trying to check right now to see if his knee was down or not. So say knee was down, so it is a sack. 2nd and 14. Still ain't hating it. I like that Dart at least almost got it out. See, here we go. 2nd and 14. Wandale in motion towards top of your screen. And here we go. Dart's running for it. He's going to get that first, I think, and go out of bounds. There we go, Dart. There we go. That's the way we want the Dart to play. Get that first down. Go out of bounds. Don't take the hit. Don't play stupid. It's absolute insanity. By the way, it's funny. They have a who's your favorite Giants receiver of all time poll going on right now in the NFL coverage on YouTube on this game. And they said, who's your favorite all time? OBJ, Victor Cruz, David Tyree, or someone else? David Tyree does not belong in the conversation as best wide receiver of all time. Are you kidding me? Tracy on the run on 1st and goal, get a couple yards. Deb says the best Giants content creator of all time wants to trade Dart for Mendoza. Yeah, no way in hell. No way in hell. Not going to happen. I honestly, I don't understand why anybody would even want to do that. It's to me, it's a stupid move. 2nd and goal. Shotgun formation, but it looks like it's going to be set up for a run for Tracy, and that's what it is. You're going to get a couple yards again. So 3rd and goal from about the 4-yard line. You just know every time you see Bellinger in the backfield like that, it's going to be a run. That's not Tracy. That was Singletary that time. Should have known better. It's a red zone. They use Singletary in the red zone nonstop. 3rd and goal. Shotgun formation looks like again. Tracy's still the backfield. Wandale's in the slot up top there, by the way. Hodgins and then Bellinger at the bottom. So let's see. They're going for Wandale. Nowhere near him, though. Looks like there's a miscommunication on that one. So 4th and goal incoming. Let's see. And part of it's him chucking the ball, but watch. Nowhere near. It's almost like he was expecting Wandale to kind of move upward a little bit there. So we're going for another field goal. Watch, we'll make it again probably. Let's see. And we made it. What happens? We finally need to suck when all of a sudden we had a kicker. That's what happens. That's what happens. Oh my gosh. This is better than Koo. That's not saying much. But yeah, back to that poll there. So yeah, they had Odell Beckham Jr. We got 42%. Victor Cruz 31%. Someone else 19. David Tyree 8%. How the heck are you not gonna have a Monty Toomer in that? Like clearly the best, wide receiver in my eyes in Giants history, but at the very least, second best. If you want to give it to OBJ because he did similar stats in a whole lot less time, but he wasn't as consistent. He wasn't as good a teammate, but Toomer to me was the best. OBJ number 2. But it is what it is, I guess. I just don't understand why the NFL didn't put up a stupid poll like that. Dumbest thing ever. Let's see what we got with the game right now. Looks like it's still at halftime. It's still showing stats from beforehand. Let's see. Trying to see real quick if we got that. Where'd it go? There we go. Yeah, it's still at halftime with the Eagles up 13-0 right now. So let's see. Jay says this is all allegations. It is what it is. What allegations are you talking about? And what allegations we're talking about here? Who's getting allegations at them? Oh, he says nobody cut or understood space like OBJ. OBJ was a special talent. Don't get me wrong. If you had to start immediately for who's the best wide receiver pure talent wise, it's him. But the best career to me goes to Toomer. And like I said, OBJ is number 2, but he could easily be number 1 if he just played for a couple more years. Just unfortunately, threw Eli under the bus, was a headache, got into fights with kicking nets, started fights with opposing teams for no apparent reason. Just, on and on and on. He was just an issue. I mean, you still see the issues. And, you see him this year talking about how he's broke. After making over $100 million in the NFL, he's broke. I don't know. To me, I've always wondered if something wrong with him. Beyond just stupidity. Something wrong. Something not right, quite right up there. So I hope he gets help if that is the case. Because he's a big enough name, he can still make money when he's done playing. He can still go do events and go do autographs and stuff like that and still make money. But he's definitely got some issues. All right, so here we go. Gino's coming out here for 1st and 10. Let's see. Nice that they started going back to the game. So they're showing Bryant Burns is going to the Pro Bowl this year. Maybe I go to the Pro Bowl again this year. I haven't been a couple years. Be kind of fun. It's a fun game. Like I said, it's a horrible watch from home. It's a fun game to go to. All right, here we go. Gino out to Tucker, of course. There's the Giants' bad tackling. because his head was taken off finally by Roy Robertson Harris, but not before he gets 6-7 yards. Say, Tucker's like their whole offense. It's kind of sad. They're not even trying to get to Meyer as much anymore, who's probably their best receiver to throw to right now. By the way, 81, if you notice, is Alex Bachman. Yes, that Alex Bachman, the old New York Giant. Spent a lot of time in our practice squad for years. There he is in motion, too. Genty, the big run. Going to quadruple his yards in the day right there. 1st and 10 to the Raiders. Look at that. Bad tackling. There's the Giants defense we all know and love. Oh my gosh. Is that Raheem Lane? Let me see. Yeah, Raheem Lane on the attempt to get him down. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Yeah, the ball now on the Giants side of the field at the 45-yard line. Geno stumbling again. This field is crap, guys. Absolute insanity how bad this field is. See the water squishing everywhere. Like you have it dome. I understand, again, you're putting the grass outside. Look at it. Geno stumbled like 4 times. You can see the moisture coming up off the air every time you hit the cleats even. It's sad. 2nd and 6, though. Geno under center. And hands the ball off to Genty again. Again, the Giants can't tackle, but luckily Genty sucks, only 1 yard. So 3rd down coming here for the Raiders here. 3rd and 5. And time is starting to run out if the Raiders are going to make a comeback of any kind. And Genty, a 3rd and 5, stop for a 2-yard loss. Don't tell me these Raiders aren't tanking, guys. That's absolute insanity there. There's no way in hell they're not tanking. They're going for it on 4th down. And Geno toss it out to Myers. Got the 1st down and more. Down about the 20-yard line. Whew. Told you guys, watch this guy. Underutilized in Vegas. I really think he'd be a good target for the Giants this offseason. I would go for Meyer in a heartbeat. Look at him. Faked out. Granted, he's being covered by Demetrius Flanagan Fowles. Not exactly a top flight guy, but 63 yards today. Like I said, I think he's a good option. Hell, I don't even know. I would give up Thibodeau for him in a pick. You know, like him in like a 5th round pick or something like that for Thibodeau. I would do that in a heartbeat. I think he's that good. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Geno, ready to throw, and he does, but nowhere near the receiver. Had Dante Thornton Jr. wide open. Nowhere near him. So 2nd and 10 coming. Watch this replay. Wide open. It's the old Geno. The old Geno. The Jets version of Geno has come back. 2nd and 10. And they're handing the ball off for a loss. Oh my gosh. So bring up 13 and 11 or 12 now. 11. Third and 11. And I said there's doing a throw. They're running involved with Genty on plays that just don't make sense to run. There's no doubt in my mind they're tanking. All right, let's see here. 3rd down. And Genty's not even in, by the way. White's in. All right. See, throwing the ball way short of the line. Gonna have about 2 more yards to go for the first. 4th down. Again to Meyer, but again, there's no doubt in my mind that the Raiders will keep going for it, obviously. They're in 4 down territory as far as they're concerned. They need 3 more scorers to go ahead and tie this thing. They're 2 of 2 on 4th down, so why not go for it? Here we go. 4th and 3. Is it too late to rehire Shane Bowen for this fourth quarter coming up? Saying Gino running out of the pocket, flushed out. And there we go. 1st down again. Ball down to about the 7-yard line. As Dante Thornton Jr. gets the ball. So 1st and goal for the Raiders. Let's see. And again, guys, this game is not over. Giants have lost bigger leads. 1st and goal. And flag on the play. What? On the Giants, players in formation defense? Oh, too many men in the field. Okay. Septo said players in formation. Like her? Hey, oh, it's helping. It's helping me more. All right, so 1st and goal now at the 3-yard line. Gonna hand the ball to Genty because why not? That works out well. Lost 2 yards. I don't understand the Raiders. I really don't. Makes no sense. Like Genty is not good and keep giving the ball. He sucks. Like Gino actually has a decent completion percentage. You're better off doing a bunch of short passes. Faking the ball. Gino's gonna have to run it. He's gonna get back to about the 3.5, 4-yard line. Basically back where they started. 3rd down. Ay. Jason, why would you even touch Genty in the 1st round at all? It's not just the 1st round. They took him early in the 1st round. Really early. Like that was clearly their guy. And 3rd down, and oh my gosh. Giants had a full-on blitz with Deontay Banks and Abdul Carter both going towards him. Gino just throws out of the way. Whew. 4th and goal. And Banks, the guy who actually did it, it actually would have been a touchdown. Tucker was ready for a touchdown if it wasn't there. All right, 4th and goal. Here we go. Shotgun for Gino. And he's moving around the pocket, trying to find someone open, and does. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyler Lockett for the touchdown. Giants now only up by 10 points, guys. This is not over yet. Get that first pick. Here we go. Carter almost got him again, too. Lock was wide open, and Banks was the guy in coverage. Banks was the guy who messed up the coverage. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, they're taking. I just say it's really shitty play calling. Really shitty play calling they're doing. The Giants just suck this bad. It's the end of the game. Oh, my gosh. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's see here. See the score right now on the Eagles-Bills. They're showing first downs instead. Okay, still 13-0 Eagles, by the way, in the Eagles-Bills game there. Just over 12 minutes left in the third quarter. He's got to fake the handoff to Barkley. Hurts is back there, chucking the ball just to get out of the way, basically. As now they're showing extra point for the Raiders on the red zone. We should have to watch this Eagles game on the red zone. I got to figure out a way to get like all the football thing into one stuff. Give me an all football package. Buy that. I don't care. It's $1,000, whatever. I'll pay it. I don't care. I just want one app I can watch everything on. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 here for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts under center. Hand the balls off to Barkley. Going to lose about 2 yards. Every time I watch this game, Barkley's getting hit behind the line. The Eagles' offense has not been that great in this game. What I've been able to see between commercials here, just the defense for the Bills has been that crappy. By the way, Tyler Shuck had like the second most passing yards so far this week. You gotta wonder if he's putting himself up there as like a potential long-term quarterback now for the Saints. I've been avoiding saying it, but here he just beat the Bucks today, and just beat the Titans today and had another game. Crappy team, I know, but still. It's 3rd and 12, and Jalen Hurts gets thrown outside and just kind of tosses it away. So 4th and 12 coming for them. All right, here we go. Back to our game. You guys seem like Shuck by the comments there. Max says Shuck's better every week. Jay says Shuck on him. Absolutely. Like I said, he's looking better. I also wonder how much of that, though, is also the fact that Chris Olave is looking a lot better, too. Now, is it Shuck looking good because Olave? Is Olave looking good because of Shuck? Is it a combination of both? I don't know. But here we go. Kick is up for the kickoff. Let's see. Giants going to return this one, get the ball about the 5-yard line. Banks on the big return. Oh, my God. Banks is going to return it for a touchdown. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Banks, kickoff return for a touchdown. Oh, my God. He just ruined the pick. Even when Banks does good, he does crap. Are you kidding me? Oh, my gosh. Max, that's his best value team. It is. He's the damn good returner, but oh, my God. This is just insanity. I mean, don't get me wrong. We can still give up 17 points in a quarter. We've done it plenty of times before, but still. It's just like, yeah, oof. Now, keep in mind, next week, the Raiders have the Chiefs. We have the Cowboys. The Chiefs are down to the 3rd quarterback. They look absolutely horrendous. So, there's a flag. There's a flag. And yes, he's still under contract, Anthony, next year. Next year's year 4 for him. They have a 5th-year option decision to make this offseason. I can't imagine they pick it up. Flags at the PAT. Damn it. Down the Giants. Unsportsmanlike conduct. A non-player on the field. Penalty before us on the try. So it wasn't on the extra point. That's because the whole team came to celebrate actually winning for once and first time in 9 weeks. Insanity. Guess pick number 2 now. The nice thing is, at least if the Raiders get pick number 1, the Raiders need a quarterback. They'll take Mendoza, and the Giants still can trade down and get some picks. This won't be the same number of picks. Is what it is. 27-10, Giants up. Let's see. They're showing the replays. A good return. Like I said, he's been a good returner. He really has. So Max has got to go to work. Enjoy the rest of the game. Take it, Ben. Have fun at work. Ay. All right. And he says, can we keep him as a returner for next year to pair with Gunner? I don't know what his cap number is, but even before that, the past return, he was really good at returning. Yeah, I mean, listen, we have to keep him because you lose nothing by getting rid of him. What you got to hope is get a new coaching staff and they get them to listen and figures that stuff out. But, yeah, I mean, put him as a returner, definitely. You got him next year no matter what. Makes no sense to cut him. So, you know, let's see, what's his cap number next year? But I know you can't lose anything by getting rid of him because he's still on a rookie deal. Over the cap. Oh, you know what? I take it back, actually. Oh, yeah, you know, I know. Hold on. Nope, I was right. I'm looking at the wrong year. So, yeah, $4.3 million is his cap number, and you get nothing if you cut him back of that. Now, if you can trade him, you can say $2.6 million. But who the hell is going to trade him? No one's going to trade for Deontay Banks. Deb says, Jets need a quarterback. We might get some good picks even at number 2. I got to hope so. That's what I'm saying, Deb. Jay says, will the Raiders draft the Mexican quarterback like Mark Sanchez? Wait, what? Oh, my gosh. All right, here we go. Raiders back with the ball here now. Gino right under center. Fakes the handoff. Throws it out to Tucker because Tucker is their whole offense. So making some moves there, getting that first down. Ball at about the 45-yard line. See, 1st and 10. As they're going to hurry up here, as we're going to go to the end of the third quarter here. So we just get back from commercial break, do one play, and then back to commercial break again. And yes, as Deb says, Mendoza is Cuban, not Mexican. I swear Jay does things just to get your skin, though. Jay says, wait, Brian Dunleavy said people are interested in Jalen Hyatt. Total clickbait pervert. I do think that people are calling in Jalen Hyatt. I actually do think that. I just don't think they're offering anything significant. They're probably offering like a 6th round, 7th round pick for him. Which, let's be honest, if somebody offers him that, I'd take that in a heartbeat. By the way, it's downpouring in the Eagles and the and the Bills there. I mean, it's downpouring bad there. So see if that affects the game going forward, as it obviously has so far, because it's still 13-0. It's a really low score. Was not anticipating that low. But yeah, Josh Allen not looking good in this game. All right. Let's get back to this stupid freaking game already. Instead, it's more and more commercials. Commercials, and more commercials. Let's see. Josh Allen, 3rd and 9 here. See if he can get something going. Beat these goddamn freaking Eagles already. Ball just got off before the end of clock, and yeah, they got the first down. Gets to the Eagles side of the ball again. See, nice play. Good catch there, too, by Dawson Knox, and then. All right, come on. Jeez, this is the worst game ever. Yes, and it's taking forever. Absolutely taking forever. This is definitely a game that I'll be the first one to tell you guys flat out. If I wasn't a Giants content creator, I would probably not have watched the game. Because no matter what happens, I'm pissed. The Giants lose, I'm pissed they lost. They win, I'm pissed they won. It's like, can't win no matter what. Either lose to the worst team in the NFL and look horrible, or you win against the worst team in the NFL and you lose your draft pick status. All right, here we go. Is that Darius Alexander with the sack on Geno Smith? Tell you, he's looking like I think he's going to be something here on this team. Not necessarily what I was hoping he to be. I actually pretty had hopes for him at the beginning of the season. But I feel like he's looked better as the season's progressed. Maybe he's going to develop into a good player. I'm not sure, but definitely a lot of people are down on him early. He had the injury early in training camp and didn't look so good in preseason at all. But 2nd and 19 now. And of course, they're running the ball. That makes sense. 2nd and 19. Jesus, still haven't seen Big Dash Stream and Darius Alexander play at the same time. And you never will. And you know why. You never will. So 3rd and 13. This is where I got upset about the Raiders, though. Like I said, they're just you got 3rd and like ridiculously long. Like, let's run up the middle with the guy averaging 2 yards a carry. That makes sense. Here we go. 3rd and 13. And it's going to be a first. No, oh my gosh. Did he get it? Did he get it? Meyer with the catch. Last minute effort to maybe get close to it. Oof. I give it a 1st and 10. They're giving it to him. Look at that. Wide open. So I'm saying we need to get this kid. I'm telling you right now in a trade. He should not be sitting as a backup tight end. Here he goes again. Throw out a couple yards. His knee was totally down. It's wild. Shh, you shush. 2nd and 6. Got Michael Mayer. I'm telling you guys. All right, Geno throwing it up on 2nd and 6. Luckily, it wasn't picked off by Paulson Adebo, but Shedrick Jackson on the cover was out of the coverage. Was the receiver. He felt like he was on the coverage, but look at this replay. I don't know what Geno was even throwing to. Jackson was covered well. And he had to play corner basically and try to stop Paulson Adebo from getting the interception on that. Geno's looks really, really bad in this game. 3rd and 6. Geno's, of course, in shotgun. And picked off again. Dane Belton. And we're off to the races. Oh, my gosh. This game is definitely over, guys. The Giants have totally ruined any chance of getting the 1st overall pick. Flag on the play. Maybe not. Geno is also down. Oh, my gosh. Geno is definitely he's done. I wonder what his cap is. Or we're going to see what the flag is here. Geno Smith over the cap. It's on the Giants. Personal foul during the return. Legal block side. So 15-yard penalty. 1st down. Still for the Giants. Yep, there's that block. So it looks like Geno, they actually can cut him and save $8 million next year. So I think it's pretty safe to say that Geno is out as a as a quarterback for the Raiders next year. That's for sure. His cap number this year, by the way, is $40 million. He's getting paid. Oh my gosh, $40 million he made this year, Geno. That's insanity. Oh my gosh. So yeah, but that's always guaranteed money pretty much, except for $10 million of it looks like. At 58.5. He's gonna play 1 year for the Raiders. They cut him and get paid $58.5 million. Oh my gosh. Insanity. Imagine. My quarterback is the position to play if you can. By the way, not sure what happened, but the Eagles do have the ball back again. They just got a big catch with Smith there. 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes in the third quarter, and they're still up 13-0. The Eagles are. Smith looks like he's banged up and hurt, though. But to jump up and grab that one. Let's see the replay. Oh, and Hurts got a Hurts sandwich, too. Sheesh. Problem, Smith is so tiny. He goes up to get those balls, and I give him credit for not getting hurt more often at his size, but you can tell his ribs killing him. He's on the sideline right now, so the Eagles have the ball about the 33-yard line, a 1st and 10 right now. All right, let's see. Let me get back to our game already. Excuse me. Whew. All right, come on. So many commercials this game. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, now we're getting back to it. So showing the fountains here. Near Paris. I'm guessing that's the Bellagio fountains. I don't know, though. I'm assuming so. Yeah, because there's Paris there. Let's see. Yep, that's the Bellagio. I just assume it's the Bellagio if it's a, freaking fountain anywhere. But it looks like Gino is going into the locker room after the pick there. So means we should see Tiny Hands Kenny Pickett there in the next drive for the Raiders. It's probably better for them. Jackson Dart shotgun formation. Ball starts about the 25-yard line. Another catch to Wan'Dale Robinson for there by 6-7 yards here. 2nd down. Geez, they're showing Gino going all the way into the locker room. That's insanity. That's what kind of field coverage is this team has. All right, shotgun formation again for Jackson Dart. Tracy off to the right-hand side. Got Oshevsky, Slayton, and Hodge at the top. They're running the ball with Tracy again. 2nd and 3, so about a yard or two. Oh, Singletary, sorry, not Tracy. About a yard or two. Talking about the trip, and I don't think that's an intentional trip. All right, here we go. 3rd down for the Giants. 3rd and 2. Dart's going for a quick toss to Gunnar Oshevsky. Going to get to the Raiders side of the football there, about the 48-yard line. 1st down, Giants. We'd be a much better team if we just played the Raiders every week. Throwing it out there. Here we go. Good move by Gunnar, by the way. And it's funny because it's a lot of the same skills and trying to get yak yards is what a return is. He's trying to go for the blocker. You force the defender to make a move left or right, and you go to the side. Quick run there to Tracy. Gonna get a few yards here. Actually, Singletary again. I'm sorry. Had a lot of Singletary this drive here. Let's see. Second and 6. Bellinger there's a fullback, which is usually a sign of a run. But it's not. Bellinger's wide open for the catch. And he got about 6 yards there. Actually, about 5 yards, sorry. 6 would give him the first. So about a yard or two. And he says, why is Tracy not running the ball? They always do this. With Singletary's in there because they trust him not to fumble. The Giants have trust issues with Tracy for some reason fumbling. And you can't get over those issues if you don't give him a chance. I don't think he's had the fumbling issue like he had last year either. I don't understand it, but it's 3rd and 2. And got a first down. Now that was Singletary again. Deb says, who are the two teams the Raiders beat? Sheesh. I want to say it was the Patriots and the Ravens. And it was early on. I can double check for you. Let's see. Yep. Patriots week 1. Why am I not seeing the second win? I was thinking the Ravens for some reason, but I'm not seeing the Titans. The Titans. That's right. They beat the Ravens last year. The Titans is the other one. So Dart and shotgun formation on 2nd and 9, and he's going to run for it. Nope, he's not. He slips again, just throws it away. This field is shit, guys. Oh my God. If Dart gets hurt in this field, I'm going to be livid. Absolutely ridiculous. Watch that. Look at that. Can't even get a grip on the field. Let's see. 3rd and 9 for the Giants. By the way, Wandale Robinson's mom, I just saw, got the 1,000-yard ball. So it is in Wandale's possession or his mom's possession. So 3rd and 9, you got Singletary on the screen. Going to get that first down there. Get the ball down about the 23-yard line. Flag on the play. Let's see. But yeah, apparently Wanda at least seeked out his mom in the stands to give her the 1,000-yard ball. So let's see. Okay, foul for the player down at the field. What? First down. That's a lot of nothing for that. Gotta love those refs. It's Greg Van Roten didn't even block anybody. He moved right around. Oh my gosh. Anyway, ball at the 23-yard line now for the Giants. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation for Dart. Tracy's still out, by the way. Singletary is in as the running back still. Something to keep an eye on. And that's who's going to get the ball. Going to get about a yard. 2nd down. I don't. Like I said, I really don't understand why they don't want to use Tracy in these scenarios. Unless there's an injury to Tracy that they haven't announced that nobody's aware of. I'm going to look to see if you got anything on Twitter coming up on that. I mean, if field's shit, who knows? Barstool Sports let me put a thing on the play with the guy that kicked in the outside. They're like, not a single not a single flag on the play. All right, here we go. And that's Tracy that time. He's going to get about a yard as well. So 3rd and 8 coming up for the Giants. So that's good. At least I was worried it's going to be an actual issue. Flag on the play, though. See. It's a lot of time between these plays. Refs need to get their shit together. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. 96. What did Lalu do? Let's see. I wouldn't call it unnecessary. Oh, okay. There we go. Bo afterwards. Him and Bo getting into it. Thought it was the push down on Tracy at first. I didn't have a problem with that. Just me, by the way. Is Marcus Bo a funky looking helmet? And what the hell helmet is that he's wearing? There's a lot of helmet options. That's a weird one. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 now for the Giants after that foul. Ball is just about the 11-yard line there, just ahead of it there. The Giants look to get another touchdown here and just crush all our hopes and dreams of pick number 1. I kind of expected this, though, to be honest. So 2 yards here for Tracy on 1st down. Second down incoming. 2nd and 7. Here we go. Again, ball is about the 8-yard line now. Jackson Dart under center, single back formation. Tracy getting the ball. And nothing. I'm going to lose a yard. So 3rd and 8 incoming. That's insanity. It's like we're like prolonging it. This game is just taking forever. And it's sad the Giants are finally playing decent. I can't enjoy it because we're going to kill the 1st overall pick. I wish I could be that fan that wanted to win this game. Enjoy it more, to be honest, but it is what it is. Jackson Dart, shotgun formation here. Quick toss out there. He's getting blitzed at. A flag on the play. Looks like he was expecting Wandale to be in that vicinity. What if they could get him for intentional grounding because there was not any player near there. Closest was Wandale. Let's see. They might get a roughing the passer call on that. Wow. See. Insanity, if that's what it is. Both teams in the offset. Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. Kind of thought they call. I disagree with it, but it's the rule. Intentional grounding offense. Okay. So that's kind of funny. So instead of getting sacked, he turns it into a roughing the passer call. Good job by Dart, I guess. Oh my gosh. So Giants back at it again. 3rd and 8. It's like the play never happened. And shotgun formation, Bellinger on the right-hand side. Can't tell which running back it is on the left-hand side. I think it's Singletary. Dart's got some time this time. Tosses the ball out. Just shy. 4th down coming here. Bellinger on the catch. See if they go for it on 4th down. 4th and 1. Dart wants to go for it. I think they're going to. I mean, you got a 17-point lead. Why not have a little fun with it, I guess? All right, here we go. 4th and 1. I almost want to do a mock draft real quick. Last time we had the first overall pick again before we lose it. And Dart's got it. Dart's running for it. He's going to have that touchdown easily. Giants with another touchdown. Game is definitely over, guys.
All hail the New York Giants!
At least we're winning a game finally. I mean, think about it this way. The Raiders definitely need this pick. Look how bad they're losing to us. We suck. And Dart's having a good game. I'm trying to turn positive here for you guys. Dart's having a good game. That's key. So, trying. Jay with the 49 super chat says, I hate everyone right now. I like how he's paying money to say he hates everybody. Oh my gosh. Appreciate it, man. Oh wow, look, there's a commercial on. It's a Coke commercial. I guess it's created by AI. It's in the bottom corner, created by AI. Never saw that before, an actual like commercial. Coca-Cola commercial. No, Coke's using AI. That's kind of insane. It's the first time I've ever seen a commercial created 100% by AI and announcing it that's AI. It's a crazy world we live in. Don't get me wrong, I use AI for stuff for this show even, but I use it for just writing the descriptions off of our show notes or our transcript for the segments and stuff like that. I don't like full on AI and everything. Mostly because I just know you're taking the human element out of things. Terminator was right. He says, glad the GoFundMe got you a new hat. And I even have turned around this time. See? Maybe I'll put the captain's hat back on for the next episode. Should say while we're at commercial, by the way, keep in mind the post-game show, as always, is on a different video. Be on just a minute after the game itself is over. We'll have that on. It'll be Rob and me both for that one there. If you're on YouTube, it will automatically direct you to the right video. If you're on any other platform, it will go ahead and direct you. It won't go direct you. Go to the homepage and you'll be able to see the video pop up from there. Since most of y'all are on Twitter there, so I will say we got a commercial there. Appreciate everybody watching no matter what platform you're on, but if you're watching any other platform by YouTube, if you don't mind switching over, very much appreciated. And I'll tell you, most content creators won't tell you this stuff. We'll always tell you that YouTube is the only one that actually pays content creators. So definitely the best way to watch any of your content creators, not just us, because it's the only one that actually wants to pay content creators anything for their time. I mean, literally, YouTube will pay a content creator literally a couple $100 for what Facebook want to give you $2 for. And Twitter just doesn't want to pay anything at all. So Twitter makes us pay. So to just be able to stream to them, that's crazy. Jay says, Rob on time. We'll find out. I'm going to start with or without him. So we're good. Don't you worry. Jay says, what start stats? That'll be in the post game. I'm talking about stuff in the post game. Let's see here. Pale Rider says, where are we at with this win? Third. We will be second because the Browns won. So Jay says, pot roast burrito time. Yes, got to celebrate with the pot roast burrito. That's for sure. The best way to celebrate. Pot roast burrito. Let's see. See, we've got an update on the Eagles and Bills. No, still 13-0. Literally, Bills are throwing up a goose egg. I'm kind of shocked by that. Kenny Pickett in the game. Look at those tiny hands. Got gloves trying to make his hands look bigger. It's not going to work. Genty. Woo. Getting about 25 yards in that run. Ashton Genty. Massive run there for him, what he's done so far today. He sucks. 15 rushes for 60 yards. Against the Giants, that's absolutely pathetic, especially when he just got 25 yards just there. So that means he was literally averaging 2 yards a carry before that. And then to give him the ball again. The Raiders have quit. That's the thing that pisses me off. The Raiders have even quit. Jason, have you ever done something and been ashamed afterwards? Wow. No, I don't get ashamed by anything. This is Trump hands, hold out Gino for the playoffs. Oh my gosh. 2nd and 11. And let's see. They're throwing it. And of course, nowhere near a first down marker. Thornton gets the catch, gets about 5 yards. 2.5 minutes left in this game, guys, though. Let's be honest. The Giants have won this. It's over. We're just kind of going through it right now. 3rd and 6. So what's even 5 yards? It's 4 yards. Here we go. Shotgun formation for Kenny Tiny Hands Pickett. By the way, Jersey boy. Got to give him a little credit for that. Kenny Pickett is a Jersey boy. And on 3rd and 6, he gets a 1 yard run. This is why he's the backup quarterback for the Raiders. 4th down, again, you got to imagine that they're going to go for it. But we do have a 2-minute warning just hit there for the game here. So, yeah, of course, there'll be yet another commercial. Nonstop commercials. That's what happens here. Nonstop commercials all the time. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Nope. Let's see. There we go. Okay, they're back to the Eagles and Bills game here. I'm going to full screen that probably the rest of the way so I can see what's going on there. It just started the 4th quarter there, so much more interesting game than ours. As a big screenplay there for a first down. Be nice if finally get some scoring going for the Bills there. That's Johnson, the backup running back there with the first down. Ooh, Alvin landed on his feet wrong. They're showing a replay. Jay says Kenny Pickett like Michael Jackson, the glove one. Oh, he's got 2 gloves. Jackson had the 1 glove. So Chase is, I guess, Keon Coleman isn't dominating. No, he's not going to. He's not a good player. That was a weird pick. Never a big fan of there. All right, so they're showing Cook. Cook's been pretty much beaten pretty bad here by the Eagles defense in this game so far. 2nd and 8, you got shotgun formation here for Josh Allen. And he's chucking it deep. Oh, my God, right through the hands of Cook. Right through the damn hands. Stephen Bloom says, Teddy Bridgewater 2.0. Who's Teddy Bridgewater 2.0 with this? Teddy's an interesting guy, though, too. I thought if he didn't get hurt like he did when he was in Minnesota, he might have had a chance to actually have a decent career as a starter in this league. He still had a decent career as a backup, and made a lot of money. He's still playing the backup quarterback for the Bucs right now. But, nothing into the career I thought he'd have and how he started. Josh Allen, under center all the time in the world. He's running for it, though. He's trying to make something happen. He's going to get sacked for about a 30-yard loss. I say that facetiously, but this is Kenny Pickett with the gloves. All right, we're back to our game. 4th and 6 here for Kenny Pickett and the Raiders. And Kenny Pickett's going to run for it. He's going to get hit from behind, but he's going to get that first down. Flag on the play. Again, like I always tell you guys, if it takes a while for a play to form, it's probably going to be a holding call. So let's see. And it's a holding call. So at 4th and 6, just turned into 4th and 16. Oh my gosh. Mafi again. He's been called a couple times for holding. He definitely was hugging. He was hugging Darius Alexander there. So 4th and 16. Here we go. Not that it matters. The game's over either way, but let's have a little fun. See the Giants get a pick 6 or something. Kenny Pickett chucks the ball short of the marker, tackled, loss of the ball by downs. Giants to get the ball about the 38-yard line, it looks like, back. So 1 minute, 40 seconds left. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, but if you're the Raiders, you're really going to use your timeouts. So showing the super fan here for the Raiders. I saw actually him and license plate guy, both of them arguing over who's going to get the first overall pick. It was kind of funny. And some girl looks really upset in the stands. You should be happy you're getting the first overall pick. Jeez, I have to reevaluate my life after watching this. No, you don't. All right. Giants are going to victory formation, so see if the Raiders give up or they go ahead and use their timeouts. I hope they just give up. Smart. Move on. Call it a day. Yeah, they're already packing up the headsets and everything, guys. All right, so that's going to call it a day for us here. I'm going to go ahead and call that because, listen, they're kneeling at this point. I'll be back in just a minute. We'll start the post-game show there. Appreciate you guys for watching the live play-by-play there. We got one more next week. One more. So we'll hope to see you all then. Again, if you're on YouTube, it'll automatically shift you over to the right video, which will be on just a minute. If you're on any other platform but YouTube, just go to our homepage and it'll pop over from there. But like I said, you should go to YouTube. So see you guys there. Appreciate you guys for watching, supporting as always. And as always, Giants fans, see you in a minute. But in the meantime, go.
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.